G'day, g'day. Hope you guys are all having a good one. Yeah. So today, mostly, we'll start off with a bit of texturing. I'm not going to spend long on it, to be honest. Maybe like 30 minutes or so. Maybe a little bit longer. But, it's a pretty simple asset, and I'm not too bothered with it. So, I'm not going to go too crazy. I was thinking whether I do 1024 or 2048, but I think I might just do 1024 for it. Doing some like chains and stuff, so it should be pretty cool. But yeah, I would go crazy. Yeah. So yeah, hope you guys all having a good one. We're gonna be moving on to that. Then I'll probably play some Hogwarts Legacy later in today's stream. So after this, which I'm charging my controller for now. So I don't know how much battery it has, but I can't imagine it'll be too crazy amount of battery. So, go look it up. How you doing, Amy? You going? You going? Doing alright. It was an incredibly frustrating day. Team meeting day today. But we got through it. And it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So I'm doing alright. A bit tired though. couple of different irons. I sort of want to do like an iron for these, to be honest. Maybe this kind of iron. A little weird though. I need not bad either. How's your Witcher going? You still just doing side stuff, or you doing some main story stuff? Side. Yes, yeah. That's fair. You enjoying that, Amy? Oh yeah. I can't remember what you were up to. I remember you're at an annoying point where you actually had to go back, but I'm not too sure if you got further than that or not. You get to backtrack a little bit. But I remember when last watching you play. Man, I saw the craziest thing. Yeah, that's so good. That's getting dicey. I saw the craziest thing yesterday. Today, like not that long ago. So for those of you who were there for yesterday's stream, I briefly mentioned, I think, some VTuber drama. Or I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. Anyway, some big VTuber drama that happened. I'm not too versed in the VTuber sphere. I know, I think, a chunk of them. I don't watch really anybody. However, content creator that I watch is friends with one of the people, well, like I guess the main person impacted. And so he did a post effectively saying, you know, he said, effectively, you know, everybody who's, you know, donating to the charity, because the charity got scammed out of $500,000, is, you know, really, really awesome and stuff like that. However, recently there was some Jubilee video that was some, like, what are they called? That's with a C. Whatever. Right-leaning people, and then it was, I think, a left-leaning person. And they were having a discussion. Anyway, one of the guys openly admitted he was a fascist and a Nazi, which was something, and got fired for it. Not surprised, to be honest. We kind of deserved, let's be honest. So, to say digital footprint, everybody, you know. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, so that happened, and there was a, I think it's called like The Hill or something. Yeah, this all links together, by the way. The Hill or something, I can't really remember. I've never heard of it prior, but some like news agency was making a video on it. Actually, this may make more sense if I bring it up. Oh, I actually have it saved because I was trying to watch it later. How do you spell fascist? I've never needed to spell it. This was the craziest thing.
And launched a fundraiser on a Christian crowdsourced site.
Basically, he got fired and then did some stupid thing, which I've seen some people do, which is insane that people are actually donating to these guys, but
Go, and as
My
of
opinion,
airing,
I guess.
he's raised over $26,000. A YouTuber also named Connor posted, quote, "It
Hello?
warms my heart to see such an awful situation turn my heart to see such an awful send go, and as of airing, he's raised over $26,000." A YouTuber also named Connor.
Wait, that it's frozen?
It warms my heart to see such an awful situation turned into something.
Oh, did they?
Was the worst Jubilee personality. You donators are giga.
Yeah. They put this up. Connor Sea Dog VO, who's the streamer that I watch. It warms my heart to see such an awful situation turned into something so amazing. All of you donators, it's like, Giga Chads. This? What? That's like defamation. And you look through every single comment. Wrong, completely unrelated. Nope, what are you on about? Nuh-uh. Not the right guy. What? Do some research. Like, that was in response to this. Everybody making like over 1 million in like 3 days. This was within like 3 or 4 days. They've raised like $1 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. But no, Connor was supporting the other idea apparently. Yep. That's crazy. That's the craziest thing I've seen. Like, you would get fired for that. That's crazy. Like, that is... You can straight up just sue the guy for that. I can't believe they did that. It is so insane to me. I can't imagine it was on purpose, but still. Yeah, so am I. I was scrolling through Reddit and saw people on his subreddit bring that up, and I'm just like, there's no way. Yes way, apparently. Oh, that was... very unexpected, I guess. Oh. Rather silly and sad to see. Yeah. It is very sad to see. Like, my guy was happy about people raising charity to a charity that got scammed out of $500,000. And what does he get in return? You support a fascist. Crazy. That is crazy. I would be absolutely mad if it happened to me. Like, mad. That's just, you cannot be doing that. Like, fully illegal. Eat up to anything else? I had, which is the reason why I'm standing up, fish and chips. Okay, I didn't really mention it on stream to be honest, but I had a really bad headache yesterday, which was kind of frustrating me. It was during stream. But I tried to not let it impact the stream. And I did take Panadol. One of the times I hopped out of the stream is because I was taking some Panadol. Yeah, indeed. And anyway, that was that. But sometimes when I have like ricey stuff, it makes me get a headache. No clue why. So I decided I wouldn't have like fried rice, which I usually would have. And instead I had, research could be something to do with the starch, yeah. Anyway, I ended up having, fish and chips. Oh, I was changing the wrong thing. Naughty and bought some Burger King. I haven't had Burger King in ages, but that's not because I don't want to. How was the Burger King? Could be multiply that I'm after, honestly. Darken kind of works. What is this, honestly, actually? I might just use this. Can I do like an invert of that? Potato, potato, honestly. I just wish it was on top, you know? One moment. Was good, you like the patties more than Macca's? I haven't had anything in ages like that. We did get takeaways, but not. I haven't had like that kind of takeaways in a while. I don't know what I prefer. When I was a kid, I used to really like the. Do you know the? Maybe it was like the rodeo burger. I haven't had that in years. Anyway, I used to really like that. Then, of course, when I was at UB... No, not barbecue. It's called like the rodeo something. It was a little bit different. I need to change the name. It was a beef patty, I think mayonnaise or something, and it had maybe onion rings, I'm not too sure, and a bit of bacon. Unless that's the barbecue burger now. I recall it being the rodeo back when I used to have it. Yeah, that one. Ah, yeah. That's what I used to like. And then there's just no Burger Kings anywhere near me, so I just never really had any Burger Kings, really. And then, to be honest, there weren't really many. I mean, yeah, there wasn't that many Meccas either close to me, but it just happened to be closer. And I don't know what I prefer now. The issue is that I haven't had Burger King in genuinely at least probably 5 years. And I think the last time I had Burger King, I only just went for the when they used to have, of course, the $1 frozen drinks. Yeah, you gotta be in the mood. I think for me, it's just a money thing. To be honest, I just make my own dinners now. I think I used to back when I was at uni. I would go out and buy the stuff occasionally, but I think especially because I just kind of had a lot of those Macca's like apps and coupon things, which were kind of fine. I think these days I don't do anything crazy, to be honest. It's just like a chicken and corn soup, or I make some like hash browns and stuff, or exactly, or I make like sandwiches or eggs or something like that. But then I don't have any income really going in, so no income, not much spending. I'm like desperate. That's really the other side of it, to be honest. But I don't know what I prefer, to be honest, out of the two. It's been too long since I had. To be honest, it's been too long since I had both. Honestly, if I end up going out, I usually get, well, outside of like the normal stuff that's really close to home that we get because it's really close to home, I occasionally go to the airport. There's a mall by the airport, and there's a lot of stuff there. And that's like about as close as you're gonna get for like stuff that's a little bit unique. So it ends up just being like a katsu bowl or some like ramen or like a kebab or like chicken on rice or something. Chicken on rice. No, chicken on chips. Chicken on chips. No rice balls, sadly. Usually the store, there is a sushi store there, but it's usually closed by the time that we go and have dinner. I think they close at like 4 or 5, and we usually go there for at 6. Same with, we have a sushi store relatively close to us, although that's quite expensive, so I don't never really buy anything from there. But it's usually closed when I'd go to buy something. Maybe they consider sushi to be more like a lunch meal, which I guess is fair enough. I sometimes disagree, but I digress. Oops. Oh, did I ask what else you've been up to, Amy? Could go. It's very low poly, but it's just like something. It's like you only see it once, and it's such a small. Oh, I'm gonna crash out to you guys in a minute. I'll tell you guys a story. Very frustrating one as well. Watching dog, playing some Supervive, in which I did see you on the Supervive. How's the new update stuff going? I'm not too opposed to something like that. A bit of just break up. Tonight. Beta went up. That's kind of sad. Tonight is the F1. I'm gonna be interested in that. I may honestly watch that. I'm always like, I'm not gonna watch it because okay, in fairness, I don't watch it. I watch somebody reacting to watching it. Because I don't have it, and then I end up just putting it like on my. I have like a little display by my bed that I just put it on. I might. Oh, put my foot on my bed, and I slipped. But I end up doing it. Is it like I think 10:30, which is the annoying time because I usually try to go to sleep at around 10:30, and usually that just doesn't happen. But also, when there's like F1, I'm like, oh, I'll go watch like watch a bit of the start. Then I do end up watching a bit of the start, and then I'm like, I'll go off after about like 10 minutes. Not much happening at the start, to be honest, and that's usual because not much happens. It's usually the end, and then I'll just be mulling around trying to finish up on my stuff. You know, maybe just looking through some social media or watching a quick video. Then I'm like, oh, I'll go on and just double check before I go to sleep. I'll look back in like 10 minutes. I'm like, I'll stop watching. I shouldn't. It's too late. And then I'm like trying to fall asleep, and I'm just like, it's probably about time that they're nearly finished. I'll go hop on. Wake up. Hop on, keep watching it. I'm like, I've gone and pretty much watched the whole bloody thing. I'm like, no. So that's what it ends up being. I think if it was any later, I don't generally bother. Yeah, that's fair. If it was like. I sometimes like briefly look at the 11 o'clock ones, but those 11:30 ones, but that's usually my that's usually the time that I stop. I can't do that. Oh, I can't be doing that. That is so weird. Look at the sharpen. Brings out color that's not actually there, which is ironic. Well, it is there, but it's like not that visible. Kind of interesting. I'm pretty happy with this, to be honest. It's not like anything crazy, but I haven't done that much with it, but honestly could have beveled that, but oh well. Like, bear in mind, you're looking at it like maybe from this point, so there's enough color and stuff. It's kind of like visually interesting. Just gonna leave it there. That was my 30 minutes. That was exactly 30 minutes, effectively. A little bit over, like 31 minutes, but you catch my drift. Still looking. I think today there's a possibility that Nomad could still release today. incredibly unlikely though. And I do not think that AC, Evo, AC, fuck me. I said AC because I was like, is it AC or AC Evo? But yes, it's AC Evo or ACE, whatever you want to call it. I don't see that being released today. The person who messaged me last stream has just messaged me. The one on Discord that I was debating whether it was a bot or not. There's not a normal bot response, but seemed a little bit weird. The question was a little odd. Ah, it's a bot. Nope. The random person is a bot. Trust me, you're not knowing them. I get bot messages like every second day pretty much. So I'm in a lot of servers, I think. I'll show you guys something. We're at what we've been struggling with as of today. Oh, really? How many servers are you in though? Okay, you're probably only in like 10 or so. 10, 15 servers. Not gonna show much, but I'm in quite a lot of servers. So the chance of me getting bots randomly adding me is pretty high. And it's a big server as well. It's not if you're in like a small server. Which I guess comes along with you're in 29. I can't be bothered counting, but I think I was near like 100 or something. Everybody be wanting to do some like OC stuff. I don't have an OC, you know? Silly to me. You have a thing where you hate being in servers that are dead, or I do nothing, and so you want to leave. My servers are mixed up into like a couple different categories. I got ones that are just my emote servers. I don't care. I don't interact with them. I don't do anything. They're going emote servers. I do have some like archive stuff that I used to be in that I'm not. Like there's this really big Warframe server that I was in. Well, not really big Warframe server, but there was a server that I was in that I was like really big into typing there a good couple years ago, which I don't do anymore. I'm still in it, to be honest, but ironically, I'm still one of the top talking persons on the server now, which kind of surprised me. I wouldn't be opposed to having an original character, but you know what I mean? I wouldn't be opposed to having one, but I don't have plans to have one, I guess is what I'd say. I don't have plans. I don't think I have anything that I would, utilize it for. Outside of being cool, I mean, it's cool to have your own original character, of course, especially like you, because you can draw it and stuff. Me, I wouldn't like model it and stuff like that. It is just fun. Yeah, it is just fun. It is for just fun. Unless you like, you're doing it for some like you're playing like a game or something and you want to like customize your character based off of your OC or something like that. But as a lot of people did with like Baldur's Gate. So there was that one. That was ironic. I think I'd probably say I'm top 3 people to ever. We'll just get artists to draw them for you. There's that as well. I would be the worst person. Every artist, though, would hate me if I was requesting them to draw my OC. The one reason I got no clue what I would want my OC to be for, so it'd be like that one guy that's just like, nah, I don't like that. Can you restart? That's not, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. Restart again. No. I think this one actually was a bit better. Let's go with this one. And it'd be like, no, that's my worst nightmare as an artist. So yeah, so I think I was like the top. I think I'm still like top 3. I think I used to be like top 2 people speaking there, and now I think I'm like the 3 now. I think somebody overtook me, but all I know is I think the creator of the server had more messages, but I don't think anybody else did. To preface, I think 115,000 messages, 119,000, which is a lot of message. Let's see, how many messages do I have to you, Amy? Oh, never mind, I can't. You could find out, but I can't. I can't search people, including myself, when I'm on streamer mode, so yeah. I usually say, I'll restart 3 times a year. You have your revision cap, or else it's just pay me more, yeah. I imagine I'd probably be pretty close to like maybe like 80k with you, to be honest. Over how many years since UV? I do end up DMing a lot. Yes, I do. I'm more of a DMer now than a server person. And then, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna open up Unity. But I'd say, server-wise, the rest is mostly either just like school stuff, game stuff, like games that I'm interested in, so I want to get like updates or see what other people's thoughts are, or 3D stuff. And to be honest, pretty much the only stuff that I interact with is school stuff and 3D stuff at the moment. I don't really do too much game stuff. I'm in so many like 3D servers, to be honest. Nothing like there's not really any universal 3D servers outside of like one, but I actually ironically don't use that. All of mine are just like, you know, specific stuff. So like, you know, Substance or Marmoset or Gaia or, you know, Django Fix or Blender or 3D Coat or Maya, you know, these sorts of things. We've finally started doing some tree stuff. So these trees were always there, but I was trying to get Fog, and Fog was bugging out. Hey, Metal Gear, I was about to hop onto some games, but I'm just talking about some frustrations we were running into today with our team meeting. So the Fog's hit or miss right now. This was very late. We added it very, very late today, and that was to see if we could add Fog, because thank you. We're doing Fog and stuff via global volume, but one of our guys, whenever he would play, it was like 17 FPS whenever he uses global volume, and that wasn't good. So, but then turning global volume off seemed to jump him up to like 60 FPS, so it was like very weird. And then, no, he doesn't. He has a 3070. I don't know, his PC's got something weird with it. 3070, you know, 32 gigabytes of RAM, like a 12th Gen i7, which you may think, oh Jesus, your game unoptimized. I mean, it's relatively unoptimized because we have, of course, you know what I mean? You optimize at the end, right? There's no point optimizing only to have to re-optimize it the next week and then same thing over and over and over. So there's not that much, but like everybody else, I know somebody else who's got a worse PC. How did you have 3 messages and you've jumped to the first #1 messenger in my chat? I was speaking to my other friend and she was #1. I don't know how, and she's got like 20 messages, 30 messages. That's crazy. He's got a good PC, but then everybody else, even people with like a worse PC, is getting better FPS. So it's like, what? His one's so inconsistent. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm just like, wow. So it's at least usable on your end. we'll do this, which is ironic. So we made these changes. It didn't impact my FPS. So my FPS isn't any better or isn't any really worse. It sits at around like 70-ish, to be honest. Worked for him. But I was doing a bunch of... I recently worked on some vegetation, so I made some procedural vegetation, which is such a pain. I've atlased them all. I made these all in Substance Designer. They're not the greatest, but I think they're pretty good for like, and like bear in mind you're looking at like here, so it kind of does the job, right? To be honest, you could have more vegetation, but this is kind of what we're doing at the moment. And then the trees, I've sort of adjusted the trees. I don't know if you can sort of see. I've done for optimization. So okay, I'll run through what the issue was. Is look at the try count here, right? So you may think our game is unoptimized because look at this. Look at 7 million tries there. Must be unoptimized, right, Metal Gear? Ignore the fact that we got trees and stuff. We haven't masked this stuff off yet. So you're like, oh, okay, you guys unoptimized. Okay. Let's go into wireframe mode. Actually, outside of these are relatively unoptimized, but I don't know what these are. I have to speak to the person who made them. But most assets, like, sort of hard to see with all the trees in the background, but everything, like, all but maybe, like, I'd say you could count on two hands the amount of assets that have more than 1,000 tries. So they're optimized, and then some of the assets that are over 1,000 tries, for example, like this, it's a tunnel and it makes up the space of like multiple rooms. So like, you know, the amount of try count that you sort of designate towards a room, you could kind of do for like this, considering how big it is. Right? Gives it a pretty good appeal. So we need texture. These are just makeshift textures that we use on the other thing. So could be the trees. Nah. So it's not that either, ironically. So ironically we deleted all the trees. It deleted some of the, it deleted this. But here's the thing. It took away, I think here's where I think Unity's actually fucking broken or something. Unity's just stupid. Because this try count means diddly. It barely increased the FPS. Like, it increased the FPS by like maybe like 3 FPS. Whoop-de-doo, you know what I mean? So it said, when we deleted it, it said that, you know, effectively reducing the try count, effectively we lost 2 million tries when deleting the trees. And so you're just like, wow, okay, damn. How you know, high poly are the trees? I look into it, you know, I bring it into Maya to see, because of course you can't cheat the stupid the stupid poly count in here, which is very frustrating. 3,500 for a tree. 3,500 is very optimized. Like, games these days will be having like 10,000 plus tries. You know what I mean? And you could say the transparency, but I believe I can't really remember. I'm pretty sure we're just doing opaque alpha clipping, so not transparency. Actually, maybe we're not. Let me just double check that. I know we're using alpha clipping, which kind of does it, but we're not using like full-on transparency per se. It's just maybe we are. Let me double check. Either way, we are. Let me just fix that up. Actually, this is fine. Opaque. If you go alpha clipping, same deal, right? Opaque, alpha clipping does the job usually. There you go. There you go. Alright, there we go. Anyway, so it's not that or anything like that, right? It's not the trees, because we deleted the trees. 2 million, right? Reduced. I looked at it, 3,500. That's super optimized. You know, you'll have like 10, 20,000 tri-count for some trees in some bigger games, right? So that's weird. Maybe you just have a lot. How many? You know, 2 million tries, you know, divided by 3,500 is like 571. We had probably closer to like 100 trees. I don't think we had over 100 trees because I manually hand placed the trees. I did not manually hand place 571 trees. So I don't even think now that we've distributed, I don't think we have. Oh, maybe we might have now. This is procedural, and we need to delete some because some of them are in places that they shouldn't be. But so it's not that. It turned out to be basically, long story short, this tri-count thing is useless. We found out that when you prefab objects, a lot of the time the prefabs will have 3 times the tri-count. Even though it's just one single object, there's no LODs, there's no nothing, it will just go up to 3 times the tri-count. No reason. And then on top of that, when you draw it in front of the character, it's also more tri-count. And you may be like, oh, well maybe it's some form of like full string culling. Nope. We don't have full string culling like set up. Nor does it even add up. You know what I mean? Like we had an object that was prefabbed 950 tries. Okay. You add it to Unity in a completely blank scene. Apart from a player. So of course you math it, right? You add it, it goes from 3,000 to 6,000 tries. That's double the amount of tries that the thing is. That's weird. You drag the object up in front of the player character. 9,000 tries. What the fuck? Where is that coming from? It's just adding tries randomly. What the world? So I don't know if this is anything. Maybe it is counting 6 million. Where's it coming from? Because it's not. The actual amount probably is about 1 million. Now, 1 million tries. Which is still a decent amount, but for a game, it's not much, right? Like, in games, you're going to have characters that will be like 100,000 each tries. So, 10 characters is 1 million. So, yeah. I don't know. And then all of our things are optimized. We're pretty damn optimized. There's not that many, like, there's not too much crazy stuff. The batches is pretty crazy right now, but before the batches was at 40, it's just the trees that are going crazy with the batches. It's just the trees, which is very weird. And then we've also done a pretty good job of LODs on the trees as well. So I did imposters. So it's literally just 2 alpha planes. There's 256p texture. So you can see them in the background there. These ones there are you can see them pop in as you go. Like these ones there. See it pop into the actual tree. So, and then of course we got culling by distance as well. So one of those things. So yeah, I don't know what's up with Unity, but at least we slightly improved the performance, and by improving the performance, we just remade the stuff without using global volume. So you just created volume without using global volume, you just created a local volume. Which means now we don't have any post-processing effects, so it looks quite a bit different, but I don't know. We need to have a discussion with our coder about that. Oh, I'm debating whether I sit down now or not. How are you doing though, Metal Gear? Play some Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, I am doing that blacksmithy, by the way, Metal Gear. I've decided on doing that blacksmithy. Could just work on your main character retopology. Oh, good luck with that. Retopology of characters can be an absolute pain. Sounds like a good theme. Blacksmith, how yeah? We've got a bunch of stuff here. So we've got a bunch of references now. I'm thinking I could either do, depending on the time, I could do like trees or something in the background, or I could do like a castle wall or something. Got some references for like Witcher 3 blacksmith stuff, and I got a bunch of Kingdom Come stuff as well, so. A lot of reference. But I'd say, imagine something similar to this. Probably, you know, if I have more time, I'll expand further than this. If I have less time, I'll just do about this. Depends on how long things take. The issue is that there's like specific stuff that we have to follow. So we have to do, for the first assessment, you have to submit a tiling texture. That's fine. I generally do tiling for the ground or something. 2 atlases, which is normal. Everything generally is an atlas. And 1 trim sheet. Issue. I don't know what the world I'm going to trim sheet on this, because for like a house, you'd probably use trim sheets or tiling textures. But something like this, I don't know. So I'll probably do like a bunch of like random things. Like bolts and stuff like that. And I could potentially just use it as like a decal trim sheet. I don't know. That's maybe the approach that I might take. We'll see. I still am like sort of iffy on the idea of using trim sheets. I don't like. In some cases, I'm still a little bit like lost on the reason for using a trim sheet. Wow. I can understand it in an actual game sense, but I feel like trim sheets to me, they take a lot. Have you worked on a character before? Yes, I'm not going to show them because they look terrible. Character artist is not my role, and I don't plan to be. Let's put it that way. I'm really bad at the character stuff. But yeah, I mean, I can understand trim sheets. It's just, I feel like trim sheets often take quite a while to make. And then, sure, it's less draw calls and stuff like that, but with game engines now and the level of detail that I add now, a lot of that is negligible, to be honest. It's like doing 1,000 tries. You know, back when you're on like a PS3, PS2, 1,000 tries is quite a lot, right? So you generally want to keep things quite low poly. Nowadays, like, there will be branches that it will be 1,000 tries. AAA titles now. And those run fine. So, well, for the most part. So, the game engines are usually fine with that sort of stuff. And it's still like that sort of stuff where it's like, it's good to know how to use and have these at hand. But in a real sense, unless I'm being paid to do it, I'm not making a trim sheet. To me, I'd either just use a tiling texture if need be, or Atlas. I would never really choose a trim sheet over those two, because it usually just takes so much longer, and it's super convoluted, because if one thing is wrong, you have to restart, you know what I mean? Like, if you get one thing scale wrong, like, let's say you're doing, like, a house, you know what I mean? Let's just say you make the house trim sheet, boom. The texel density of the trim sheet is bad. You can't just scale up the UVs because it only fits within the trim. Lovely. You have to go back to the drawing board, maybe cut some things out of the trim sheet, stuff like that. And that, to me, is a complete waste of time. Whereas a tiling texture, just tile it. An Atlas, you know, you're making it with that literally in mind in terms of the resolution. Like as you're making the textures, it's literally just that resolution. Unless you're like hand painting it, but still. So, one of those things. That's why, to me, trim sheets are like kind of like, unless you're paying me, I would never use it. It's only on like real specific houses and stuff like that. Gonna sit down. Alright, let's get going. Sorry. It's a nice smash, you guys. What am I on to here? I think I'm just Trying to escape. I don't know where I'm trying to go. Turn to Fig's classroom. Oh, we can go this way. I haven't played this game in ages. I was recommended to play it again by a friend, so we shall play. Oh, this way. Maybe I turn up the volume. Ah, ooh, what the world? Oh, a randomly incredibly sore foot. Maybe cut or something. Weird. I don't know what that would be from. You're in jail. What happened? Not the volume. Oh, that says loud as it can be, so hopefully it's loud enough for you guys. I don't think I know of one thing that can get you to jail in Zevitcher. How do I increase my healing potions? Maybe you gotta sleep or something. Or maybe it's this thing. What do I do? Do I like...
Accio. Levioso.
I don't know how to play. Pictio. Bravilio. Basic Castio. Ancient Magiccio. Ancient Magiccio. Watercalacio. Superfy. How do I, maybe I'll do fire? What?
Accio.
Oh, let me switch this up, sorry. Some being a Terran, they were disobeying the law, so now you're waiting. Oh no. Blue flames. Fast travel. Oh, I don't need that. Maybe it's just a fast travel point. That would explain it. Ow. Agreed. And I want a cat. Just want to know how to get more healing thing. Reach the bully. Oh, 100%. Trust me. Oh, I know that. She does not hide that. She is a meanie. Bit of a real menace. And speak to a painting. A little sad. Nice. Ooh. Where's the chest? So maybe it's upstairs. Oh, here we go. Tombs and Tribulations. This is Severus Snape or something.
You cannot be serious.
Oh.
Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Agreed.
Unorthodox. It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor.
Hello.
I'll see what I can find out.
Sir,
I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how?
I'm a
Thinking of
bit
it, perhaps
magic,
it's
let's
best
put
you
it that
spare me
way.
the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
Wow. Wait, I didn't think we got the book. I thought it disintegrated itself or something.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Some of
Rohi
these
probably
pages
stole
seem
them
to
as
be
well.
missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us.
Full candle.
I will need time
I've done a
to
couple
study
candles
what
for
remains.
mine.
Perhaps we can still salvage
For
something
our game.
useful. It may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
Yeah, let's see.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My
Ragnarok.
instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good.
Some cool
Don't
books in the
neglect your
background.
studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Probably means I should speak to them. Whee! Doesn't look cool. Oh, I can't do anything with it. Unless... Bam! No, I can't do anything.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of
Champ.
cross runs. Also, the training dummy is still available.
You don't stand a chance.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about
Can't do
Rookwood and
anything.
Hollow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Dory has about a message. Yeah, that I think we're on to the herbology class. I've got an owl. Do I? I might do, honestly. Oh, this is quite big, actually. You're at your sister's house right now? They're so good. Get to it. Leander! Oh, teaching me the game. Hope your sister's doing well. I'll pretend I read that.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the
Everybody's
assignments
trying to send me, like,
and
DMs
then
and stuff.
proceed to see me
I don't
in
care,
my
Professor
office.
Hecat. We're trying to go to the herbology class. I got priorities. Setting up a fire and making s'mores. Ooh! Sounds real good. Damn. Been a while since I've had s'mores. So good. Wow, they're so good until you start burning them and they're kind of like, oh, come on, man. Where do I gotta go? Let me just teleport. Damaging Sebastian and Omenes, of course. I just saw Sebastian, but he got taken to the Deans or something. That was last night.
I've learned almost all of the Goblin rebellions off by heart.
How do you set like a point, Sebastian? There you go.
Go on. Tell me. I thought your mother was nuts.
Alright, it's time, Dory. Sebastian, move aside. It's herbology time. Dory's favorite. Leander, is this him? Could be. I'll see him, look.
You're wearing Punja's onion again.
No, no. I knew it. I was testing if you knew. Wait the fuck up. Oh, there might be him over there. Alright. Sorry, dear. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Enlarge, yo. Hey, Jason. How you doing, Chief? Wait, is it?
Good morning, Professor Garland.
Oh, wait,
How
Jason.
wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class.
Dory's Sebastian pilled Jason.
Ah, hello.
Hi!
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
That's me?
We do
Ah,
look
it's too
great
late.
together.
Unlucky, Dory. You have to tell me
How
that.
thrilling it
Yeah.
is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but
I
the
don't know.
most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb.
Hey, yo. Where'd she feed it?
Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Do they always start with the mandrake root? That was the first thing in the Hogwarts
Let's
movies,
see if we
right?
can't make our fibrous friends a
Me?
bit more comfortable,
That's
shall we?
crazy, Amy.
First, let's protect our ears.
My hand. Nuh-uh. Oh, is that Leander on the other side?
Grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Hey, they ain't fucking... oh. This is me when we got 48 hours of work to do each week. Ah! I'll be crashing out as well.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
Jeez. You're bored, just tell me, I won't care.
I'm very sorry about that.
No, I'm fine, Dory,
This was a
Dory.
bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go.
Dory, no!
Splendid work, everyone. Now,
Oh,
for our
shit, what?
next task,
What?
we'll be planting
What?
destiny at our
Me?
pollen You can all get started.
Is this Leander?
Have a brief word.
Yes, this is Leander, right, Dory? Wait, do I speak to the people? Can I speak to Leander? Oh, yeah. No, you don't want to speak with me. They're sad. Fine.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Agreed.
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrakes.
I know, right?
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get
Mhm.
a grasp of.
Thank you.
Actually, I enjoyed it.
I'm
I
quite
couldn't help but
powerful.
Catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a
Oh,
man.
it's crazy! Take that
Now,
back.
as I mentioned,
Take that
next we'll be
back.
planting Dittany. Let us find you some
Take
seeds.
that back.
I already have
Let him
some
mog in
Professor.
peace,
Pick me up
Dory.
in
Come on.
Hogsmeade.
You visited the magic neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant
You gotta
seeds
look good
now,
as you
and
deal
can
with the
return to
mandrake.
harvest
Come
them
on.
Later, even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my
Moving table.
Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld
Dittany.
potion, as you all should know from
15
Professor Sharp's
minutes.
class.
That's crazy.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp...
Is it the
have a
healing
look
one?
at.
If you think.
Now, what's
I've
in
run
your
out of healing
branch
potions,
out?
okay?
Introduce you to a
Might be, and I don't know how to get them back either,
the
so.
Chinese chomping cabbage.
It's a Chinese jumping
Some
cabbage!
plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a
Relatable.
dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room.
Don't wanna be
Your
losing any
classmate, Mr.
thumbs?
Pruitt has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
All 10 of them! Hey, Leander!
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day.
Is what working at the nursery is like.
I'm Leander.
Nursery is more like 9 fingers.
Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Thank you, thank you.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered
Oh
him.
yeah, I beat him.
Brilliant.
Oh.
Sebastian doesn't stand a chance against me. You hear that, Dory?
I nearly put Sebastian in his place
It's
myself.
Josh, Jason.
I mean,
Oh
I
no.
would've, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Snag somewhere at least.
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight.
Yeah.
Weak
Jeez, those Slytherins, am I right?
And
You
Hufflepuffs too.
keep bringing
At
up
least you
this
did.
thing. Leander.
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost.
Yoink.
Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
How do I do that? Oh, here we go. Hold on. Wrong button. And he held him at gunpoint and said change it. He's Hufflepuff. You're such a Gryffindor, that's crazy. Oh, here we go. It actually tells me what to do. Oh.
Look at that.
I didn't mean to do that.
Anything they can get their mouths.
I was spared this once.
Mum planted some
Jason.
in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her
That's
the
crazy.
but they left her honking.
I did the online thing.
My kind of plants.
I did the
stupid booby tubers
online
and bouncing bulbs. The kind of ones that have
Hogwarts
your back in a fight.
test thingy
Not saying
many
you can't go
years
to
ago before the game came out, and
No,
I
imagine
got
that wasn't the dummy.
Hufflepuff, and so you could just choose to set it up with that, and I ended up doing that. I'll do the quiz right now and give it to you.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse.
Yes.
Nothing
You
wrong
guys
with
better
the
watch
back
out,
end.
or else I'm gonna start throwing
It's chaos out there.
the
Trolls in
Chinese
Hogsmeade and
jumping.
such.
I don't see it as
You
a
can't be
Hufflepuff,
above
not
throwing
gonna
a
lie.
cruciferous vegetable if necessary.
You know what?
Dogweed and deathcap has more of them.
Yes,
if you're
man.
keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents.
I don't know.
would
Is
plant
that a good
in
thing or a bad thing?
You get the idea. Anyway, we.
I'd be
probably ought to go
Gryffindor.
back to class.
Is it a good thing?
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
That's crazy. That's either good or bad. I don't know why you're happy. I'm just cool with that. Okay, can you guys describe to me the difference between the different ones? Because I don't actually know the differences. Yes, if everybody's calling me Gryffindor, maybe I'm Gryffindor. It's a good thing, but people like to say it's basic. The Gryffindor or Hufflepuff. Ah. So brave. Brave me! That's crazy, Dory. Oh no, I think you got that one mixed up. Hey! Healing potion. Huffy is autistic. Okay, maybe I'm not Hufflepuff. Maybe I'm not Hufflepuff. Ravenclaw is Asian smart Jason.
And with that helpful reminder as to
I
why
can
we
count
should
to 10.
always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terrible
It's still
sorry,
going.
Mr. Clopton.
Oh, I speak to her.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages.
Unfortunately, I didn't do too much with
Plants,
Leander,
aren't they?
Dory.
I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
That she can see.
Good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Actually, one of the main companions. Is he actually one of the main companions? Not too sure.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
Chinese sky is your god chomping cabbage.
Biology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat
That was
sometime.
quick.
I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Companion is Sebastian, Ominous, Nettie, and Poppy.
Mandrakes are really...
I think at the moment I have... I don't know. I don't think I've done anything actually for anybody, I'm gonna be honest.
Pots only cost me my hearing.
And Arnott.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as
Do I
friendships.
wait 4
Awareness and
minutes
insight are as necessary in the greenhouse
and
as
get
in
another
the
healing
garden.
potion? Main story is Sebastian. Interesting. I'm guessing Sebastian's a pretty major role. See if I can not steal, but borrow some other herbs. Oh, we just came from there. What's this? Ooh. I don't have any there. What house are you in? Jason's gonna be a crazy house.
I wish I could simply.
This, hey, Leander, right? Maybe. Started the quiz. Crazy house! I don't know, I was just saying random things. I'm sorry, Jason. House will be houseless. No, Jason will got the coolest house. Yeah, the coolest house. Hey, another, I got a Dittany leaf. Oh, but I can't, how do you craft a potion? Let me see. I do have an owl post. I don't know if I chose. Maybe I did. You get a rat, is it like rat post or something? In the game pretty day. Doobie. Let me... how do we do it? I got another wand candle. Ooh, that's cool. Wand candle. What the fuck? Wand handle. What the fuck? Okay, I haven't figured out how to craft things. Wand is pretty. Thank you. It's a pretty rad. It was chosen by the wand chose me. You make your house. Oh. I don't think I have too much, to be honest. I got these two, which I don't know the difference, and I'm starting to think they're the exact same things. Outside of thing. I only have this. Go on gear and click square. Square's not doing anything for me. Oh, you mean like on here? Right. Okay. We got Merlin's cloak. House fanatic. That's crazy. Charms professor. Azkaban prisoner. That's kind of cool. Remove. We got Gryffindor. Wait, what am I removing? I think I look cool. That's kind of cool. Gryffindor. I guess we're both Gryffindors, but I'm like fake Gryffindor. Compared to you, Jason. Click the cancel. What? No cloak. Dory would be the girl that dies and haunts the toilet. Dory would be the girl that dies and haunts the toilet. Interesting. Dangerous. I feel like there's a goofy get up there. It would be the stupid character that dies. So mean. Oh, there's more. I'd be nice and warm with that. What do we have here? Why do I have Slytherin gloves? I'm not Slytherin. Did I say Slytherin before? Well, unlucky. I'm not Slytherin. Slytherin. Have to go. Bye, friends. Bye, Dory. Thank you. Have a good one, Dory. What else can we wear? I wasn't a fan of, to be honest, any of the hats, though. Bye. I can't change that either. I don't like having a cloak, though, you know? Cloaks are cool. Normalize wearing cloaks, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's cool. Except it's not a cloak, but it does a job. Speaking of, I'm gonna be right back and I'm gonna refill my drink bottle and I'm gonna hope that whatever I was, was it Ditterin or something? Is finished. Am I trapped? Guys? Help! Oh wait, never mind, I'm gonna be fine. Alright, never mind, we're fine. That scared me for a second. Alright. If you guys look after the plant, I will be right back. 1 moment. Jason, I got a question for you. Have you finished the game? A really sore foot. For no reason. What happens when the clock reaches 0? I could have died. Oh, we got it again. Oh, we got a lot of these. Okay. 1 second. How to craft items in Hogwarting Legacy. Can you craft? A question. Yeah. Oh, you gotta go to a room. Room of requirement. Room of requirement. Haven't played the game, so must assume that's fair. You can complete the Terms and Tribulations quest, which introduces the room. Oh, I just did that one. Okay. We are going in exceptionally blind, Jason. Amy, have you seen Harry Potter? I'll say press the same thing. Some of the films. What about you, Jason? Have you seen it? Maybe potions? I can't go. All of them. A long time. Last same, to be honest. Oh, okay, I'm meant to be going to the potion, so maybe we can do that now. Nah, same here, to be honest. Except not all of them. I watched all of them but the last one. Hold on, what is this? Sorry. I saw a super secret channel in one of the discords I was in. I'm like, what is a super secret channel? Let's see, where we go. I watched all except the last one. I think part because the last one wasn't available, like not because it wasn't like available, like I didn't have it, you know what I mean? But also it was a freaky movie when I was young. I don't know how old I would have been, honestly. To be honest, I don't remember too much of them. I do remember, what's the one where they're inside of the really big tent that are like not that big but actually really big? I don't know where I'm going, man. It's crazy. As a kid, you remember hating the scene where you're on... Yeah, I probably would as well. Is it the second to last one? Goblet of Fire. Ooh, I remember that one. I remember that. Everything's below! This is crazy! I got no clue where I'm going. I gotta be honest. The directions could be a little better. But maybe that's just me, because I'm a little stupid. I went everywhere but where I wanted to go. That's crazy.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
You say it, Eric.
Black would never allow that.
Yeah.
It would make him look completely incompetent.
Who do you think you are, Eric? Come on. Don't mind if I do. Oh, it's locked. Maybe one day I'll watch the Harry Potter films. Nope. It took me a long time to watch the Lord of the Rings films. I only finished watching those like early this year actually. I finished watching it on the flight home from the trip.
But surely those were curdle.
Early this year. And then I only started watching the actual movies like the year before. Although I watched the Hobbit movies a while ago though. I see there's a lot of popular movies. But to be honest, I'm not the biggest like movie person, if you know what I mean. To me, just like sitting down and watching something for like 2 hours is kind of hard. Like unless I'm like,
Potions is one of the most challenging,
you know what I mean? Like a game, I'm sort of like interacting. I'm kind of
years,
generally working towards the goal. Whereas movie, it's kind of just like you sit there and you watch it, which is fine. But
you will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion.
I generally
Mr. Takar, can you tell us why
have the
this
time.
particular potion might come
Yeah.
in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp.
Especially when it's a series and there's like a heap of things. Yes, unless it's good together.
Of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw.
That's
Before today's
crazy.
class is
Points for
completed,
Hufflepuff,
each
thank
of
you very
will have
much.
brewed a Wigan Weld potion of your own.
I'd say, but then I think
know
these
when
days
you
I'm too,
might need it.
I'm
Please
too critical, I guess, of movies. Like I watch a movie, and sometimes it's hard to ignore the movie sides of things. You know what I mean?
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
Like I was watching the F1 movie with my dad. I was going the wrong way. Lovely.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Like suspense display. More like not entirely, but more. Oops. More like what do you call it? Stuff that's not like realistic are hard to sort of sometimes like within reason, right? If you're watching a fantasy movie and something's not realistic, like seriously, come on. But like for example, the F1 movie, you know, there was some real just odd stuff, you know, that just didn't really make much sense in it, like realism wise. You know what I mean? It's very movified, not a particularly realistic one, and it's kind of
not an easy potion to brew. Well done.
I know, I'm just good at
And
these
from what I
things.
hear of your recent exploits in
Yeah.
Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive.
They didn't like
Edurus
VFX. I think,
Professor Weasley had you acquire the
you
recipe
know,
from J.
sometimes
Pippins, correct?
I just break down the VFX and it's just
For
like
the moment you can find the ingredients you
little
need in my
crazy.
office.
Things that have to be exactly.
future, you'll be
Yes,
expected
exactly,
to provide
exactly.
your own
Like
ingredients.
spoilers, but
harvested from the plant you
F1
grow in the
movie
herbology
ends
class,
up being
and the
half
other
about
ones
the
can be
relationship between the guy,
however,
the
may be hard to
protagonist,
obtain,
and
will require you to be a bit more
and just like the team principal who's a girl,
Come and see
and
me
they
when
end
you
up,
finish
you know,
brewing.
getting together.
We'll see if it was skill or luck
And I'm
the
like,
first time round.
I understand that this is a movie, but like, come on, this is kind of just okay, buddy. Okay. When you got other things like you got other things like Ford versus Ferrari. That did you know,
After the rumors of a goblin.
Did I hear
did
Professor
it perfectly
Sharp say that
fine.
you
I
had
think it was
permission
just
to go into his office?
I guess they're just like, wow, it can't all be guys in cars. Yeah, pretty much. The default tournament, yeah.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity.
It was just a little
I'm Gareth, by the way.
weird.
Gareth Weasley.
And
bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Workplace violations, I
Are
would
you
say.
related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for
Weasleys.
comfort. Ugh. But she can't
Harry
be
would go crazy.
everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm
I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as
Oh,
clever
okay.
as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As
Not
you'll
a
already be
Fwooper
in
feather.
Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
It's a crazy thing to do.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
I know this is gonna go bad, but I don't know. You gotta live life on the edge sometimes, I guess.
Your potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
What's this? In the wee hours. Alright, where's this? How much I don't know what I'm supposed to be grabbing, but I'm just grabbing everything, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble as well, but... Oh well. Did the dream cave where Geralt got high and fought his nightmares with some others. I can't remember if I've done some of those. Probably have, though.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your
Then again, there's a
I'll tell you
couple
when this concoction's finished.
Geralt getting high. About spoiling things, there's a really good one. Oh, Jason, you'll remember. There's a really good one involving Geralt and Roach and the Blood and Wine DLC. That, in my opinion, is a bit of a highlight of the game.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it?
Oh, here we go. I can do some other stuff.
Unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
No, not my eyebrows. Oh, I'm not like brewing it.
And now we add the mallow sweet and...
It's gonna explode. It's gonna explode. It's gonna explode.
Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Get it! Again.
I knew it.
Dragon
That works.
What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
Yeah, typical Weasleys.
Mr. Weasley.
Go back to.
Professor.
I've actually not have done that one. I never end up finishing the. What? To be honest, I didn't. I took a break for a while, but that one's really good. No, I won't say anything. Spoilers. Very good.
I brewed an Adura's potion as you
I think the
asked.
DLC, the DLC is pretty good. I did prefer the Heart of Stone story-wise, but the extension was so good. And we got to see, oh no, this is the worst. No! What's his name? Oh my god, I'm so forgetful! You're kidding me. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue! Hello? Regis. You need to see Regis. That took way too long for me to be able to find him. That's crazy. And Regis is a fan favorite of the books. I won't say too much more because of spoilers.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well.
He wasn't happy.
I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
I'm just good like that, you know?
And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, You should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay
Cool, cool,
particular
book
attention in
files.
herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions
This time you get a big
brew
chunk
here.
of time you have to do
Now, I
another
recommend
playthrough.
that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You
Yeah,
cannot
you
leave a hot
definitely need
cauldron
significant
simply
chunk of
anywhere.
time.
That'll be all.
It's a long game. Especially if you do the DLCs. I think
Each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
what am I? Have I hit a 200? I know I'm at like at least 150 hours.
I hate to see a creature get put down.
162 hours.
Trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
And then I think was for most of the stuff. I think, to be honest, I think the main story is like 60 hours, and you could probably do the 2 DLCs and like another, I think 10, 20 hours each. So maybe a bit longer for the thing. Puppy on your bed is making your bed look real good to sleep in. Yeah, but you get barked at by Ollie. Honestly, relatable though. I do be kind of sleepy. But I know I wouldn't be going to sleep though. I'd be waiting for the bloody F1. I'm desperate. My dad said he'll wake me up at 2 AM. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. I'm not waking up at 2 AM. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Am I like still in class or?
Professor Sharp said
Here's
that
Joe.
Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
You got me into trouble!
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
Yeah, you better. Bloody Gryffindors. Oh, I'm sorry, Jason. I would have thought I'd be able to brew the greenie potion, but I guess not. How's your team game going, by the way, Jason? No way you weren't a Gryffindor too. No, I wasn't. Okay, let me redo it though. Because this was, bear in mind, I probably did this when I was like 15. Which was like a year ago. I'm joking. Although I probably was about 15 or 16. Hogwarts. What do you call it? House quiz. The other coder I mentioned yesterday ended up having to withdraw. I guess I'm glad we didn't get them then. Sorry for you guys, but that's a whoop. Because I would have, let's just say, crashed out. Was this it? Yeah, the Harry Potter. I can't remember. Maybe if I log in. Let me see if I can log in. Oh, no. Okay, I'm not logging in because I don't remember my... I try. If there was like a sign in with the Google account. Oh. Just use a temp email. I could do that as well. Going like, found it. I went through I think like 6 different passwords. I'm Hufflepuff. I got the Piebald Mare and Ebony Wood Phoenix Feather, 12.5 inches, and slightly springy. Fat Friar, lovely. The one descriptions, man. Yep. Ooh. Who's she from? I think I remember this guy, but Newt's pretty cool. His name's Scamander? I thought his name was like Salamander or something. Alright, we're gonna do a new one though. Can I sign out? Oh, I can't be bothered figuring out how to sign out. Let me do a private browser. And Voldemort plus Cedric is the one that originally was going to be the Hogwarts. Oh, really? No. Oops, I wasn't. Oh. Alright, here we go. Let's try it now. See if it's still the same. Let me get rid of this bloody message. Some just new release. Beta testing some software. Brain stuff. Oh, that's crazy! Alright. Give me a minute. Oops. Wait, is it day? Yeah. Oops. I don't know. I swear, if it tells me I'm gonna check my stupid email or something. Let me see. Whatever. Oh. Probably. I swear, every quiz takes different results. If yeah, probably. Honestly, the same thing would be different. Okay. Oh, my nose. No way I don't want to know any bloody newsletter thing. Okay. We're in. River or forest? Fuck, that's a good one. River or for okay, to preface, I am going to be thinking about this, okay? It's not just click one or the other. I like forests, but then if you get lost in a forest, not great. Rivers, less cool, but as long as you follow the river, you generally, you know what I mean? You're not getting lost, right? Oh, really? Moon or stars? Maybe it's like randomized. I'll probably go river, maybe. 4 boxes are placed before you. Which would you try and open? Gleaming jet black box with a silver lock and key marked with a mysterious rune that you know to be the mark of Merlin. The small pewter box, assuming in plain, with a scratched message upon it reads, I open only for the worthy. I already know I'm worthy, so I don't need to do that one. The small tortoise shell box embellishing with gold, inside which some small creature seems to be squeaking. The rat. The ornate golden casket standing on clawed feet, whose inscription warns that both secret knowledge and unbearable temptation lie within. I've already the first one. I mean, this one, sure, but what? It's probably just like a rat, and like ate whatever was inside. And then there's like Pandora's box, and we all know how that goes, so. One of your housemates has cheated in a Hogwarts exam using self-spelling quill. Now he has come top of the class in charms, beating you into second place. Professor Flitwick is suspicious of what happened. He draws you to one side after his lesson and asks you whether or not your classmate used a forbidden quill. What do you do? Tell Professor Flitwick the truth, If your classmate is prepared to win by cheating, he deserves to be found out. Also, as you're both in the same house, any points he loses will be regained by you for coming first in his place. You would not wait to be asked to tell Professor Flitwick the truth. If you knew that someone was using a forbidden quill, you'd tell the teacher before the exam started. Lions say you don't know, but hope that somebody else tells Professor Flitwick the truth. Tell Professor Flitwick that he ought to ask your classmate and resolve to tell your classmate that if he doesn't tell the truth, you will. Yeah, that's a real good question. Like, I don't know. To me, I kind of look at it like, if you have to cheat to do something, you're probably pretty shit at it. And so in every future applicable case that you would need to utilize, right? You're going to be fucked, right? How many times are you going to be cheating in them? You know what I mean? You can't fake it forever. So, in some regards, I don't really care. However, would he fuck up the rest of the house or something like that? I don't know. I'd probably say, I probably wouldn't say anything, but I'd probably tell him that there's probably like a Slytherin thing or something. But I'd probably say, to be honest, you know, I'll give him the opportunity to to be, you know, hey, say it, or I'll say it. No? Reuse AI spellcasting 100%. I promise it was an AI! I just like drawing 6 fingers! If you could have any power, which will it be? The power to read minds, I think, would be terrible. In some respects, this would be cool, but I feel like one, super overpowering. Like, imagine trying to, like, deal with your day. You cannot think if you're constantly getting things, unless it's, like, turn off and on again. But then at the same time, I kind of like blissful ignorance, you know what I mean? Like, some things I just wish I you know what I mean? I just don't want to know. Under most circumstances, yeah. The power to change the past, I feel like affects the future, and there's like the whole, not really for me. I feel like, you know, you're not truthful if you change the past. I mean, you know what I mean? You're creating a perfect society, but that's not truly what's really up. The power of invisibility. Realistically, I don't think I would gain anything from the power of invisibility. What am I going to do? Be doing assessment works while I'm invisible? Lovely. The power to speak to animals. I think it could be interesting. It doesn't really interest me, but at the same time, it's helpful. And you can, I guess, communicate via distance, I guess. The power of superhuman strength, I feel like would be helpful, but then you would be... Well, I mean, it also depends, you know, where do you define superhuman strength? Would you say, like, incredible powerlifters have superhuman strength? Then, great, but, you know what I mean? Then at the same, you know what I mean? I feel like you'd just be, the government would be like, the power to change your appearance at will. I feel like you just fake yourself, you know what I mean? Like, be who you are, you know what I mean? Then again, it's Hogwarts, so, you know, you gotta keep a little bit of fantasy to it. Yeah. Really seen this in the Monkeys 4 Sense. Whenever there's these sorts of quizzes, I'm always like, you know, I always break it down. I don't know. I don't, to be honest, I don't think any of them I really care about. I think I would genuinely not like this. I Unless this is like a toggleable thing, but even then I probably wouldn't. I don't think I would ever use that. I guess this could be helpful. This could be helpful, but I also don't really care too much about. And then this one I don't at all want. So, outside of these ones, I'd assume this is Huffly Puffly. This is Gryffindor. This just means you're expected to work harder, so I guess speaking to animals. Which of the following do you find the most difficult to deal with? Loneliness? Boredom? Hunger? Ooh, being ignored is a cold. That's a good one. Cold, just wear more clothes. Being ignored, thanks, there's not much you can do about it. Hunger, eat. Boredom, I don't know. I don't really struggle with boredom, to be honest. Just think about interesting stuff. Or play games or something. Loneliness. Ooh. Why is cold here? Cold is just such a, like, out of... It's just so weird. Just wear more clothes, you know? Unless I'm, like, at work. Do you ever have a moment where you stare at the library and go, I don't know what... You library... Yes, I actually do. Okay. Jason. Can I just be honest here? There's a lot to choose from, and sometimes it's hard to choose. With great numbers comes great choice. It's not a case of being able to choose just out of 3 games. But even then, generally I'm like moody. I just go by mood. That's the issue. I think you could have infinite games and still have that problem 100%. I think it gets to the point you get it pretty often, so I just went boredom. I think I occasionally do it, but I think it's the general times that I do that I run into that is when I feel like negative mindset, you know what I mean? I think when I'm in a negative mindset, I'm just like, I don't think I'm gonna be happy if I play these. When usually I'm in a mood, and because I have such like a variety, it usually is fine. Because, you know, I'll just play racing games and I'll play that for a bit and then... Yeah, sometimes the answer just isn't games exactly. So I have to do something else? Yeah. Being ignored. Or loneliness. Fuck me. Although, I feel like they're one and the same, you know what I mean? When you get ignored, you kind of feel lonely. But when you're lonely, you're not necessarily being ignored. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like they're kind of one and the same, in my opinion. Two sides of the same coin. Maybe that's not the right term. I don't care. Here's loneliness. I think loneliness covers more situations than being ignored. Being ignored is just, you know, being ignored stings. But I think that always results in you feeling lonely. But when you feel lonely, you're not always being ignored. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's not somebody to ignore you. Given the choice, would you rather invent a potion that would guarantee you glory? I mean, that's just fake, though. You know what I mean? Love. I don't know. I don't think I'm a fan of inventing a potion that does this. Wisdom. Probably wisdom. I'll run it through. Glory? That's just fake. You know what I mean? It's just fake glory. And deep down you know that it's just fake. Same thing with love. I don't even know. Like, you have to sort of, that's like for somebody else to drink, you know what I mean? Like, I would think for glory, people, you have to be like, you know, reputable for doing something good. But then you drinking that, like, I don't know. Maybe it's like sending, I don't know, fake memories or something. Love. I think in some respects this would be nice, but then in other respects, that would be the worst. You know what I mean? I think in some respects this would be nice, but then in other respects it's like the worst thing you can do. That's just fake. You know what I mean? They don't truly like you. Well, love you, you know what I mean? Just drank a potion. I think I would hate that. It's like a short-term answer to a long-term problem. Power. It sort of depends on two things. Is it power based off of like strength, or power as in like you control a lot? Regardless, I mean, if it's strength, that's probably not too bad. Like temporary strength. But then at the same time, like if it's power, I don't really understand potion of power either. Yeah, same. Because it can either be two things. There's like strength power, then it would be more potion of strength. Or is it like power as in like you can control, like a king, right? A king has a lot of power. I guess it's like the power to convince people to do stuff, maybe. I don't know. It's just, I guess, how people perceive you. I don't know. So I'd probably do wisdom. I think wisdom's the most helpful. As long as it's like a one-time thing, you know what I mean? If it's like, you know what I mean? You drink it, you got like 30 minutes of being smart, and then you go back to like being stupid. That's kind of a waste of time. But I think this one is just like, there's no negative, you know what I mean? You're not lying to somebody. You're not fake to an extent. You're just smart. And I'd like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. If you're attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Cats, toads, or owls? Not a toad. Not a toad. I am a cat person. But then, an owl is more practical. I can't see what a cat offers you that an owl can't do. However, there's things an owl can do that a cat can't do. However, I love cats. And I used to have 2 cats. And as like a, you know, if you're in like a down mood or something like that, having a cat is real nice. Chill with the cat, pat the cat. Cat pat you. Nice. Whereas an owl, I don't know. I don't know if an owl would be nice, you know what I mean? Owl's just nice because then you can send letters and stuff like that. And you can sort of get it to like spy on shit. Assuming you can communicate, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's a tricky one. I guess for you, it would be like, yeah. Do you want a tall animal? Yes. Or a companion one. That's 100% it for me. Because I don't, what does a cat offer that an owl doesn't offer, you know what I mean? An owl can fly. A cat can't fly, and it takes a lot longer to get to places. But maybe an owl can be uplifting. True, maybe you get it like a happy owl. You can get some cool birds, so maybe I do go for an owl. I'll take the gamble. Maybe it's a nice owl. Oh. Cat can be quite unseen. True, there is that actually. But then an owl could just fly over everybody. Nobody sees the owl. Not stuff off shelves. True. Cats are so cool. My cat used to like climb onto my shoulders and just like sit on my shoulders while I play games, which is nice. And then meant that she wasn't on my keyboard or on my mouse, which is nice. Well, here's the thing. I don't really know the difference between them. Sounds like a parrot. She was effectively a parrot. A parrot cat. One time I went for a walk and I like walked around the block with her on my shoulders, and that was kind of fun. Ooh. Screech Owl. Brown. I feel like this is just Slytherin kind of thing. Brown owl. I don't know the different kinds. I don't know if these are like real owls. I would imagine a screech owl isn't a real owl. But I know a barn owl and a tawny owl are. Ooh! Tawny owl is the name of a character in The Witcher. I always bring things back to The Witcher. He dies. Brown owl. I guess snowy owl. You got it? Are they? I guess they're just loud. Oh, wait, I can just Google it here, can't I? What do they do? Screech owl. They are. And I'm guessing they're just loud. Small nocturnal owls known for their distinctive trilling or whinnying calls. Weird. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. The rule of call, I go for the snowy owl because I don't really know the difference between them. Heads or tails? Now, some people are tails never fails. But what am I? Because I usually just go whatever I feel like doing. And what I feel like doing is heads. I ain't even got the sun and moon. What would I have done for the sun and moon one? Oh, moon and stars, never mind. I don't know what I would have done for moon and stars. We got very different questions, yeah. Wow. Let's see if I'm Gryffindor. Okay, to be fair, I did everything as logical and as Toby-like as I would do them. So, this is probably as accurate as it's going to be. The downside, I don't think the questions were being taken as seriously as I was taking them. So, it's probably not completely accurate, but in terms of my responses, they were about as accurate as I'd get them. I didn't have the fellow student cheating one. Oh, really? Let's find out. Hufflepuff, again. Okay. I guess I am a Hufflepuff. You guys saying I'm a Gryffindor is wrong. Guess it's settled. I guess I can't. I don't know. It happens once. It might be a fluke. It happens twice. It is what it is, I guess. I'd be intrigued to know how many I chose were Huffly Puffly answers. The house she sent us, yeah. Interesting. I don't think I give off Hufflepuff vibes, but you know what? That's what it wants me to be. And I'm okay with that. It's very weird, but I did take it a little seriously. Harry was going to be a Slytherin? Really? And he just said, not Slytherin. Interesting. And got Gryffindor. True. Then again, I don't know if I would be Gryffindor either. I don't know what I would be, to be honest. What would I be, honestly? I don't know if I necessarily agree on thinking that I'm a Gryffindor, though. I'm not an extrovert. So, and I feel like Gryffindor, you gotta be kind of extroverted. So, and then I'm not Slytherin. Are Gryffindors extroverts? I guess so. I feel like if you're somebody that's like brave, you kind of gotta have, you know what I mean? Like a brave introvert. That's kind of like, to me, what do you call it? Polar opposites, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sure. Then again, I think I'm 100% looking much further into the different houses than really they were designed to be. But what does Slytherin be? What is a Slytherin? Are they just like sneaky? I always look at them as evil because the movies portray Slytherin to be evil, but it's not necessarily the case. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be right one moment though. They like hyenas. I'm not a hyena though. Hey, let me check. I think I might have a cut or something. Slytherin, I assume, are meant to be wily and not pure evil, at least. Yeah. I don't think they would be. They're just portrayed to be evil, but I think that's like an easy. I guess somebody had to. Somebody had to. You know what I mean? But maybe they're like what's the word? Scheming, maybe. Yeah, scavengers of opportunity would probably be another good way to explain it. It just hurts, probably. What else? So then you got Hufflepuff, and so you guys say Hufflepuff is kind of like a little autistic. I don't know. I don't think so. As in for me. I wouldn't necessarily classify that as myself. Let me see. Where's my tab? Oh, maybe I closed it. Yeah. I feel like Dory would be the one with all the answers here. Right, see, I guess characteristics. Hufflepuff includes loyalty, hard work, patience, and a strong sense of justice. Okay. Well, in that sense, I'd probably say I'm probably Hufflepuff. Luna Lovegood. Yeah, true. Well, she was a Hufflepuff, right? And then you've got Ravenclaw. I would say I'm either a Ravenclaw or a Hufflepuff, because I would imagine Ravenclaws are kind of nerdy, and I would say I would align pretty close to like a sort of nerdy in terms of activities. I like doing 3D stuff. It's kind of nerdy. I like reading books. That's kind of nerdy. I like playing games. That's kind of nerdy. I like researching stuff, like my whole rant about Witcher stuff yesterday and history stuff yesterday. Wisdom, cleverness, and wit. Okay, but not the wit side of things. I'm not particularly clever. Just wisdom. Bestow upon people my random wisdom. Academically, yeah, but then here's the other side of things. I don't feel like I'm ever academically motivated. Nor talented. High school, I got by. I enjoy self-directed learning, but less much academical directed learning. I sort of knowledgeable, but I think a lot of it is because I like hyper do everything. Like I've sort of like dipped my fingers into every single program, and so it like compounds, because when we learn the programs in class, I'm already like ahead of everybody, which gives me more time to like further learn, if that makes sense. Can't beat the EP. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for popping by, Amy, and I hope you have a lovely sleep, and hopefully Ollie doesn't wake you up. But have a good one. But I mean, I would say I like to dip my toes into a lot of stuff. You know? Like, I make tutorials for programs, and those do pretty good. I know VFX software. I know a lot of sculpting software. You name it, I've probably used it. Bar like Cinema 4D, which I think I used once, and I couldn't figure out how to do anything because I couldn't move around, and I was crashing out. That's like the single program I probably haven't used. Hell, I even have Modo, which I used like once because I got it before they fully canned it, which is like one of the OGs. I don't know, I'd probably... Now, to be honest, this is the AI overview, and I'm not the biggest AI fan, so this could be completely just made up random stuff. But then again, it's probably just quoting this. But I would... yeah, I don't know. I'd probably fit within either Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff, I think. How did they describe the other ones? Because I'm only going based off of what I know. And maybe they describe the other ones a little bit differently. Maybe it is right. I feel like I'm pretty... I lost it. But then again, I wouldn't generally say I'm like the element of earth. Like the element of wind. The airbender. Valuing hard work, I would say hard work is for me. Dedication, I definitely would say I'm pretty dedicated to what I do. Patience, I would say I'm pretty patient. Loyal, I'd hope so. Fair play. Yeah. Which probably helped when I chose the... I'll give them the opportunity to do the thing. How do I... Gryffindor, Slytherin... You search up Ravenclaw. Let's see what they all describe themselves as. Ravenclaw. Oh, the element of air. Did you say I like the element of air? Comprised of learning, wisdom, wit, and intellect. I'd just say learning, really. Learning and maybe wisdom as me. Not so much wit nor intellect. They pride themselves on being original. I pride myself on originality. I don't generally like... Well, I mean, that's kind of like the whole using the bloody fake thing, you know what I mean? Why be fake, you know what I mean? And methods. It's unusual to find Ravenclaw since practicing especially different types of magic. Yeah. Wait, they know who the Sorting Hat... She admitted that the Sorting Hat had previously considered placing her in Ravenclaw. Do they get told what they were going to put them into? Gryffindor is daring, nerve, and chivalry and courage. No, I would not say I'm Gryffindor. I'm sorry, Dory. I would not classify myself as daring, nerve, chivalry, courageous, or anything like that. Or brave. Or anything like that. And then, so what is Slytherin? Oh, here we go. Ambitious, shrewd, cunning, and strong leader. Although high sense of self-preservation. I wouldn't say that I would say I'm ambitious, but I wouldn't say I'm I wouldn't say I'm a strong leader. I more just happen to... Whenever I'm a leader position, it's because I feel like we're not going to have a leader. And I'd rather myself be a leader than us have no leader. It's an extroverted intellectual type. Yeah, I'd probably say so. But I would say I'm achievement orientated. Yeah, within reason. Sometimes I don't actually care. Like, I don't know. If I think of like my school stuff, right? I don't care what, like, I'm not, you know, going for A's. I'm not going for excellence or whatever you want to call it, right? I just go to do as good as I can. So that's not really achievement oriented though. I don't know. I'd probably say either Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff. I'd say I border both of them. Which is kind of interesting. Okay, let's get back to the game. It's so annoying wearing these glasses with my thing on. My headphones on. It makes me see better. So, I don't know. Potato, potato. Not that I need them to see the monitor, but it's just for reading some things. Can't see distance. Except now distance is not particularly far. Only recently started wearing them. No, well, not really. I recently got new ones. Last week I got new ones. So these ones are like quite strong now. I think I went up like two things, which is pretty crazy. Although ironically, I was going to be like +4, which was going to be extra crazy. It's just like adjusting to the new ones is something. Sometimes it takes a while for me to sort of like get into the whole thing. Although I don't really like wearing glasses when I wear headphones. But then I sometimes have to because when I'm on my sim rig driving, yeah, no. I cannot see. I cannot see my screen. Like I can like roughly see it, but it's like blurred. Although I only got like a 24-inch over here, so it's not like particularly big. If it was 32, I'd probably be fine. Still don't know where I'm going though. Honestly, for like my computer, it'd almost be easy to just use my old glasses for computer stuff. I gotta go here. How do I go here though? Just walk out. What about you? Are you long or short-sighted? Jason. What am I? I'm short-sighted. It's when you can see short distance, right? Yeah. Just can't see long distance. Short-sighted, can't see shit further away. Yeah, same deal, same deal. My eyesight just keeps getting worse and worse is my issue though. So I'm just hoping it's not far before not long before it, you know what I mean? Stops getting worse, because I can't say I'm gonna enjoy it consistently. Jeez, I'm not long-sighted either. It's crazy. I think I'm gonna drink bottle over. Yeah, definitely took not having to wear glasses for granted. Yeah, 100%. I think nowadays it's getting pretty bad. Pretty bad. To the point where, like, unless I'm not needing to read, I will not wear my glasses, but as soon as I need to start wearing, like, I went to Italy early this year, and, oh man, I would not have survived if I didn't have my glasses. I think with how much I spend on a computer and stuff, it's hard to avoid it. That's the same with me. I'm like, is it because I'm on the computer a lot, or, you know, they say maybe not, but I don't know. I don't know. Be like a claymore or something. Just wear them 24/7 at this point, that's fair. I'm not that bad yet, but I'm like grasping onto Sharon sleeping, yeah. I'm holding on to hope that I might still be fine for a little bit. And I don't think I'm like too bad, but that's not great either. Maybe it's genetics, so yeah. I'd say genetics has a part in it. My dad's got bad eyesight, but my brother doesn't have an issue, and my mum doesn't have an issue, so I just got the shitty end. Although genetics does some crazy stuff. I think I got some crazy genetics. My genetics be doing some crazy shit. But I'd say glasses. The genetics have a thing to do with needing glasses though, so I would say that's probably right. I hope that my eyesight doesn't get too much worse though. I try my best to you know, I like go for about like an hour walk every day that I can, and these sorts of things, you know what I mean? Like I try to reduce it, but some shit's just never, like, you know what I mean? I can't game dev when I'm not on my PC. Well, although I do sometimes wish I had like a decent laptop that I could like go down to the library or something and just do a bit of work at the library. I like a Steam Deck, but I wouldn't, unless I could get like a portable keyboard and mouse, but even then that's probably not a great experience being such like a small screen. And on Linux. And then I do have a laptop, but yeah, well, that's something. My laptop lasts like 30 minutes without charge, and then it's gone. It was like an old gaming laptop, and then, well, we all know how old gaming laptops last. Not great. Ooh, dark art stealing gloves. Is that cool? See if I can equip these. Oh yeah, face wear. Wait, do you have to wear glasses? What? Oh, wait, you can unequip. Never mind. Oh, wait, can I, like... Ah, here we go. What is that? What is this, like The Witcher? What am I? Who am I, like Yennefer or something? That's crazy. You are not catching me wearing these beasts. I kind of like the look of these dark art ones, though. Could be crazy. The aid character. Indeed, thank you.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
I think what you gotta do is you gotta find the glasses that, like, dragon spectacles. You gotta find glasses that fit your face, and it's really hard. And it's not something that's easy to do, I feel. Oh, am I getting a stupid cursor issue? I'm trying to fix my stupid cursor, because I don't know why. Some games just, when you alt-tab and stuff, you just can't get them back again.
See you, my friend.
Because No, I don't have my old glasses. Oh, really? To be honest, I just kind of go brief glance, what's cheap, what works. But what's cheap but doesn't look poo. And then I just go and get whatever. And then... Oh my god. It's the second time I've smacked my fucking thing. Maybe I need to get new glasses again, because if I'm going around smacking shit everywhere, that's not great. Let me see something. I'm gonna tell a Specsavers story. I can. Let me see. But I used to have like real small ones, like this small or something. I don't know. And
it is good to see you.
I was told I looked good in them, but I don't know. I feel like I didn't. And then I don't think I could do like round ones either. So I got some sunglasses, right? This is a funny story. It's like a massive decision. 100% it does. Because you're gonna be dealing with them for the next like 2 years. That's like a $300 down the drain, pretty much. So I got these sunglasses, right? Wait, what? Hold on. Are these my normal sunglasses?
It is good to see
They
you,
shouldn't
my
be.
friend.
Oh, never mind. Wait, what? Okay, there are the old ones, but I fixed them. Long story short, anyway. Besides the point. I had these. These were for like driving and stuff like that.
My friend.
I don't know what happened, but at some point, these were like wonky. So pretty much I would wear them, right? And they would like sit like that because it would just, one wasn't on the ear. Now I didn't realize that you could just take them in and they fix it. So I thought it was like a whole 2-week process. You send it all the way back to the thing.
To see you, my friend.
So I was like, I can't be bothered dealing with that. So I dealt with wonky ass glasses for about like half a year. I take my glasses and I get them replaced with the exact same type of glasses for both of them. Because I'm like, I kind of like them. Get them and I'm just like, oh, you know, the glasses, they don't fit me. It was pretty bad. No, but that's not even the bad part. That's not the bad part. Here's where the bad part is. So I'm going, I get the other ones fixed and they like fitted in, they're nice and tight because they're like nice and tight glasses. And then I'm like, oh, can you do these ones? Because these ones also are feeling loose. And to be honest, these ones, which are my old ones, also are loose as hell. Like, I don't know, but they just feel super loose. Like, way too outwards. Anyway. And she's just like, oh, these ones are great. You can, like, bend them. And I'm like, huh. And she's just like, oh, didn't you know that? Your old glasses were the same, right? Yeah, you could have done them with your old glasses. I'm like, you're kidding me. And she's just like, yeah, didn't they tell you about that when you got them? And I'm like, no. I spent about half a year, you know, debating whether I go in to get them fitted or not again. Only to realize that they were special and that you could bend them. Of course, you can't do that with like these ones and stuff, but those ones were bendy. I was like, that's crazy. I can't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, I've wasted about half a year's worth of comfortability. And so, like, for example, when I went to Italy, I didn't bring my sunglasses because I'm like, I don't want to wear wonky ass glasses. I just tried that with mine to test, but I don't know if they are. Yeah, well, they're bendy until they're not. You know what I mean?
Hello, Natty.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I'd say like sunglasses would be something that is kind of like a little bit sportier.
With Ranrock
Which those ones were.
Rookwood and Harlow after you?
These ones are definitely not.
We did not speak about
Quite-
it at the
quite
time,
hard.
but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Oh, do I tell her? I feel like I might get in trouble if I don't go the Sebastian route. Ah, who cares? Ah, but I shouldn't say, you know what I mean? Ah, but who cares?
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at?
I don't think you understand.
Just
Some
before we
things
came
are
to
not my
Hogwarts.
choice here.
In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony.
You
A
say
portkey
that,
brought
but
us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on
there's
There's one more
omnipotence,
thing.
Jason.
It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain.
I am
know that's a
joking
lot to
though.
absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna let them destroy her
Rookwood
new
and
home.
Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well,
All the more reason they must be
Despicable.
stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
Not
that may be
Theophilus.
true. But shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Oh, I've got some important information, maybe, Jason. You don't happen to have ZBrush Perpetual, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What's going on here?
I shall help the stranger.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen.
Don't think so?
Busy with my
Ah, trust me, you'd know. It's a lot of money to get. Well, you can't get it anymore, but
Nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
okay.
Student, you can't be sick.
Hey,
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
don't mess with me. I'll stupefy them.
shouldn't be here. I refuse to be
Let me remember the buttons. Oh. Wrong buttons. If I spam enough buttons, it works. Oh, what's happening? Alright, after I defeat Blinker, and I'll explain. Who cares? I'll beat them. I'm strong. Oh. Now, in fairness, I'm not too adverse on the blocking. I'm also not too adverse on. Oh, there we go. That's healing. Ow! I just healed. What the frick?
Release me.
I gotta be honest. It's been a minute since I've done fighting in this game.
How embarrassing! Knew you were still
Ow. Alright. That was a little embarrassing. See, I need the story mode for this game, because I don't really know that. I don't know how to know when you block. I think half the time I don't get the blocky notification, but maybe that's just me. I'm just bad at the game. I'm gonna say I think, let's be honest here.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Yeah, okay. Well, in the meantime, while I'm like mulling around, have you heard of a program called Nomad Sculpt?
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You can probably guess. Oh yeah. Oh.
Back for more.
Lumos.
How do you? Oh my god. I press the triangle.
Skills, aren't you, sweetheart?
Oh really?
Potato.
What the frick?
Then again, I suppose you are too.
Alright, this is crazy combat. This is embarrassing, and I am just bad at this game. The combat doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so long story short, Nomad Sculpt is a very, very good alternative to ZBrush. However, it's mobile exclusive, but as of what was meant to be, well, by the end of this week, but I'm assuming now next week, releasing on desktop. So look forward to that. That'll be on Steam, and I'm probably going to make a post on one of the class Discords about it, because I've been genuinely waiting for it to launch on desktop for like the last 4 or 5 months. Yeah, well, iPad, to be more particular. It's ironic. So ZBrush is moving to iPad, and Nomad is moving to desktop. You say that, and I would be agreeable with you. However, for some reason, there's a lot of people that like it, and they're crazy. I'd say I have more interest in like VR sculpting. Yeah, not phone. I don't mean phone, by the way. Phone's crazy. Possible. Waste of time. Then again, I have tried mobile, like on my phone, 3D modeling apps. Because I'm like, I got a bit of free time. Let's see how this goes. And it was kind of funny.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'll Protego you in a minute.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Oh, that works. That was lucky. Where's the other guy go? Spamming does it.
What on earth just happened?
Say
I've
that.
never been accosted in such a manner.
Actually try, doesn't work. Spam buttons, works.
You're
It's the way to go.
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent
But yeah.
defensive skills.
That one's going to be a big one. And it's going to be pretty cheap. I think it's like 33 USD.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortioners.
So
his
probably about like
little cronies.
15 New
They
Zealand.
seemed quite keen on
Which
you.
is quite a lot of money. But then if you look into
Thank you for your
the
help.
consideration that one, you
Well,
buy
you've avoided them for the moment.
student version
Getting
of
dangerous.
of thing is like $100 and something, or 2, you buy a month, like a month of ZBrush is slightly cheaper than Nomad Perpetual. That's Perpetual. That'll be on Steam or the thing. This is a Perpetual model. And then when you look at it like that, yeah. Yeah, well, if you saw how much Nomad was, it makes that thing look cheap. 50 is quite a fair chunk, but ZBrush, when it was a lot of money. I got it the final year that it was available Perpetual. And I was saving for like a year for it. It was over $1,000. But it's an investment because I'm not going to be spending $600 a year on buying something that I don't own. That's a waste of money in my opinion. So to me, anything like Perpetual, I'm willing to spend a decent portion of money for. Who is Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife.
That's my philosophy.
My interest
Yes, that's a lot. But that's not even, like, in some regards, like, that's a lot of money. But in some regards, it's not too much, to be honest. I think all mainstream software, at least that has, like, pretty much everything that's mainstream that's Perpetual is more or less pretty similar, unfortunately. Like 3D Coat, which Andrew constantly goes on about, I think that's like 600 to 800 New Zealand. Marmoset, which I like using, was like, I got it on sale. I got a double sale because I owned a previous version, but that was still, I think that one, if you buy naturally at base price, is something like 500. Houdini, one of the coolest, one of the best tools that you can actually buy. I think that's like $4,000 for like the cheapest version. Marvelous used to be a couple $100 as well, but then they removed Perpetual, which made me sad because I really wish I got Marvelous. That's for like clothing and stuff. You got what else is there? It's really just Blender that's cheap. I mean, I got a lot of VFX stuff. I got a lot of terrain tools, to be honest. Substance is getting pretty expensive. Substance used to be like 180, but now that's like $280 now for each tool. So unless you're buying one tool, it's worth it. But then if you buy like the whole suite of tools for the year, and that is Perpetual, this is, like it ends up being like $700. And then in that respect, I'm like, $1,000's a lot of money, but then again, everything's fucking expensive. It just pisses me off when it goes from being Perpetual to like a yearly subscription. I hate subscriptions. I would not. Anything Adobe is pretty insane price wise though. Yeah, and then I was paying for Adobe, and then I'm like, oh, let me cancel Adobe because I'm just gonna buy the stuff on. Well, no, I couldn't afford it. That's what it was. I couldn't afford Adobe because I think it was like $50 a month, and what the fuck. I cannot do that. I don't make $50 a month half the time, to be honest. Depending on work, there's some months that I don't. So, at that point, I was like, that's not worth it. I tried cancelling it, and they asked like for 300 Australian. What? To cancel, it costs 300 Australian. Insane.
Merlin? Of the Legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious
Which is crazy.
fixtures he left here centuries
So,
ago.
I personally am willing to spend a lot of money on a Perpetual,
I've taken to calling them
but
the Trials of Merlin.
I think, like, I'm not buying a subscription. I don't think I would spend more. I don't know how that's like. It really shouldn't be, to be honest. Like, that's crazy. I didn't end up paying for it, luckily. I was like,
keen to know more about the trials.
full Karen to support. What the fuck are you on about, buddy? Good luck getting that money from me, champ. That's not happening.
How they work.
And they're like, okay, fine.
I have just
We won't pay you.
unlocked a
We won't
crucial
force you to
clue.
pay it.
I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important.
And then
component
since then, I'm like,
in
I'm never
getting
buying
the
Adobe product ever
trails
again.
to
Not
work.
subscription.
Mallowsweet.
I will buy.
Versatile herb. Merlin
I'll buy
repeatedly mentioned it in his
the
writings.
perpetual stuff
I
because
just
you can't
arrived
get
to
scammed
test my
with that.
theory when I was so rudely
And the perpetual stuff
interrupted.
isn't technically
You see,
through
each
Adobe stuff.
swirl
Like, it's
in
not through
Merlin's
Creative Cloud, and
writing
Creative
has a
Cloud does a lot of
symbol in
dodgy
the
stuff, to be
center.
honest, in my opinion.
That started me thinking, what
The
Um,
Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
I think
Precisely.
if you're on
Would you
Adobe
care to do the
Cloud, you
honours?
are
We can
opt
see what
out
comes of our
to
little
feeding
hypothesis.
their AI, if I recall correctly.
I brought a trunk chock full of
Which was
Mallowsweet
stupid.
with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Something like that. I can't remember. They did some weird, really crazy stuff. Unless they changed their mind, but
This
there was
trunk-
something
Yes,
with that.
take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now,
And then to be honest, half the time that I get a perpetual,
as well as a stone
yeah.
swell on the ground. Each trial has these features.
If you're
Place the
interested,
Mallowsweet on the swell.
if you're interested, so you can get now. They did recently remove some of them, but you can get the Adobe Perpetual stuff here, as well as referring to, by the way. Which this is kind of a lie about being $35 because that's not actually. That's if you buy the subscription, which they added this year. But $290 you can buy Substance Painter on Steam, and this is perpetual. It's perpetual, but you only own the year's version. So, I would recommend coming out of this course, going and buying whichever ones you think you want to buy. Now, in fairness, I bought them all because they removed a lot of them. So I kind of have... I mean, I had Painter 23 back when it was like 2023, obviously. And then I used that, and then I bought the whole Stager, and Stager honestly is one of that was kind of a bad purchase. And then they kind of did a lot of I don't know what happened. It worked perfectly fine, and then they stopped support, and the thing completely broke, and that kind of pissed me off. So you can use it, but I got Sampler, which I use occasionally. Sampler's got its uses. It's like if you want to make a quick texture, and you can't be fucked going through Designer, then just use Sampler. Sampler's really, really good. And then you can also do like scanning for textures. So what I'll sometimes do is I'll go around, I'll take a picture of something that looks interesting, and then I'll go and I'll set it up in Sampler, and it will turn it into a PBR texture, and then you can just tile it and do all that mumbo jumbo. On my old website, I used to have an example, but I don't think I have an example. That's easy to find, I think. And then I got Designer, which the only downside is that I can't use what you guys are using in class. Like, you guys can't send me saves because they don't work on mine. Let me see. Ah, here we go. I think this. Yes, here we go. Yeah. Although I don't recall it being AI powered when I originally did it. So this looks shit. I don't know what happened. It's something. Is it the? There you go. When you use the path tracer, this was it. So when I was at work, I just took a picture of the ground when I was working on a job, and then I just turned it into this, and then how do you tile things again? Yeah, image 2 is now some fucking AI shit. I don't know, I guess it works. Not, I guess, the worst kind of AI usage. So you can like tile it and stuff, and it works out to be pretty good. So pretty cool. Although, how often am I gonna need like a concrete floor? Pretty rare, but cool enough. And like something like this would take a minute to do. But then there's like some other stuff. Now, some of this, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't work out too well, to be honest. I'm not too sure. Basically, they redid all the filters, and I did a lot of stuff ages ago, and then they changed how the filters work. So I don't actually know how some of these are gonna look. Yeah, you can see how it's all. I don't know. Oh yeah, I got a dirt path, which was good. These are really simple to do. To be preface, like you can. Let me see. Although this one you can't get anymore. Unfortunately, you can't. So you can get it, I think, on. Oh, unless they fully stopped support. I don't know. I think they stopped supporting this one actually. Oh no, I think they still do. You effectively just start with something that you want to start with. So I mean, I could go like a. Maybe concrete. I don't know why. They recently added path tracing, and by adding path tracing, they completely fucked up the normal renderer. So I don't know what happened, but now this stinks, and you effectively have to use path tracing. Kind of sucks. And then you can do some cool stuff like, well, one, you could do like an atlas scatter. So you could do this, for example. Oh, there's an atlas creator. I should have used that because I had to make an atlas for our game for vegetation. But here we go. We're now scattering like rocks and stuff. And then you can like customize. We go like. This, and then go like maybe like 4x4. There we go, and we got like a couple pebbles, for example. And then like another thing that I could do is, what's it called? I know what they are, I just don't remember the names, to be honest. Especially because they changed some of the names. Pavement. Pavement's a pretty cool one. Now you'd probably go pavement over that, under that, sorry. So just quickly turn off the atlas scatter. What do you do within my group? I mean, I'm like the art lead effectively, but then because I'm like the art lead, I pretty much am like all around the place. So pretty much all of today, I was helping our teammate Jacob because one, his performance just stunk. I don't know what it is, but there's something up with his computer. So we're fixing that. But I mostly do like modeling and stuff like that. And then it will be like, if anybody needs assistance, I do like VFX. So I've done the VFX for our stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I do a mix of really everything, to be honest. I did a bit of UI temporarily because we have a phone in our game. I remember they made these like super. Oopsies, wrong button. This runs really badly when you're on path tracing though. Alright, let me stop mucking around in that program. Let me see. We got, oh yeah, and then recently I've been doing designer. So I'm all over the place really. Let's see. I'll show you this. Actually, this will give a good example. Oh, here's a tree. I was making an imposter for a tree, which is like for LODs and stuff. Optimization. That was part of my optimization. I was working on vegetation, and this I spent way too long on. I was watching a bit of a tutorial and then mucking around with it myself. Let's see when it loads. Hello? You can see that it's not. Excuse me? Hello? What the world? There you go. So I made some like grass, tall grass, and some ferns for the project, which is pretty cool. I mean, this was complicated. So, I mean, these were just duplicated and then I just adjusted them. But, I mean, we got like, the fern took me way too long. I think this one took me like, oh, honestly, close to like 8 hours. Grass. And then these were pretty similar. So a bit of texturing. A lot of substance painting. I did oh, that's what I was gonna show. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This was, I think I mentioned we only had one we had a pretty small team, right? So I ended up doing a lot of stuff. So I did decals. I did a bunch of decals, and these are a bunch of different things for different purposes. I did tiling textures. I did a plastic cup, beer chest. We never actually ended up using that. Beer keg, 3 bookshelves, bunch of books, butter churner, cauldron, chairs, chalice, chest. Oh, this was just the textures. This already existed from the prototype. Cutlery. I think this was the only thing we used from the prototype that we ended up using. Cutlery, the door and door frame, drawer, ending hole, which is just a texture, interactive paper, another chest, a jewelry box, some small jugs, some large jugs, some keys, a lighter, a lock, a toilet, a pitcher, a stove block, some more texturing, a tree, a wooden cup, wood, wooden planks, wooden spoon, wooden structs. I made some paintings, which were some pictures I took when I was in Italy, and then I fed them through a filter to give them a sort of painterly look. That's all the assets I did, and then I did lighter flame, I did a candle flame, I did a fireplace with particles, which you can see, did hanging particles, and an ending dust, which we never ended up using. That was a lot. And then on top of that, I was also the... Yeah, that's a shitload. And then on top of that, I also did the... I was the... What do you call it? The... placing of the props. The placing of the props. And textures, yeah. That was a lot. Placing of the props. What is that called? It's not level design, it's I can't remember. Set dressing is the one. Set dressing is the word. So I think I set dressed pretty much everything as well. Which, yeah, that kind of ended up being. So we kind of, yeah, in order to keep up with the rest of you guys, our team went pretty crazy.
And we'll see what happens.
They were designing. Just set dressing. I'm not, and the thing is, I hate set dressing as well. I hate it. But then everybody else was busy.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
It's crazy.
What should I do now?
Because we had Jacob on building the house, and then we had Lydia on creating the lore and the riddle and like all the puzzles effectively. Oh my god, I gotta do a puzzle. Oh, buddy. Ironically, we're doing a puzzle game, but holy moly, I'm not... I'm not great. Although this one, I probably am gonna stop playing the game now, to be honest. Because I don't think I'm gonna be playing too much for the rest of the night. I'll show you some of the stuff that I've done this semester. That's fine. I haven't actually done that much this semester. I ended up doing a decent bit of stuff in the holidays, and then I've been kind of busy. I've been mostly trying to help everybody else this semester, so I haven't actually done too much. But let's see. What have I got? We got... oh, this is funny. I got my shield. This isn't for the game. Actually, we could probably put this in the game, to be honest. It is sort of like summer time stuff. We've got... This was a big project, to be honest. A shield that I made. And I did a lot of versions of it. We got... Flat white. Yeah, it's quite a slow project because there's a lot. We got like black and yellow as well. There we go, black and yellow. And then I got, is it this one? And I got another detail one, which is pretty cool. That was pretty cool, but that was more just a fun project, mucking around with like, because I usually do like weapons and stuff So maybe I just submit this as my thing. Oh yeah, and this was the stylized thing that I mentioned that I was doing. So this wasn't for the game. It was hand painted. I don't do hand painted, so this took forever. This was effectively the first actual hand painted thing I'd done. It was kind of interesting. Cool. It was alright, but I'm not a stylized person. Not my forte. I did a dagger. This was pretty cool. I hate when you switch between roughness and metalness. You get some really annoying like white marks. Yeah, I showed a little bit on the class, I think. So we got this. Like an old bone thing. Yeah, it is. Usually because I think New Zealand is pretty good with that sort of stuff. So I can do some like basic. I did a stylized version of the shield as well. Yeah, that was a ritual dagger, which is pretty late into the game. This was the stylized version of shield. I don't think this was the actual one because I didn't. Or maybe this was the actual one actually. Yeah, this was stylized version. Pretty cool. But significantly more basic. There's only a couple of things. Although I do feel like I cheat sometimes because a lot of these are like kind of basic bare bones, just using like a basic wood thing. And like I could make them manually, but I sort of feel like I cheated that one. I don't know. Do you classify using these as cheating? Or do you just hand make them? In some respects, I classify these as cheating because it's like I'm not actually making the texture. But then on the other side, making the texture is kind of stupid each time. Like that's just a waste of time. We got a bloody candle that I did. So it's 50-50 for me. This is like the only asset that we ZBrushed. And that's because I was like, I feel like something like this is just gonna be, you're just gonna ZBrush it. So I ZBrushed it, then I took it into what did I do? TopoGun, this program. TopoGun. Choose a retopology tool. Retopo, and then yada yada. Oh, we got the potion vial, which is stupid because of refractions and Unity smells. Not really. I mean, you could say that if you... Yeah, true. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess when you put it in that sense, yeah. Like you have legitimate material artists in a job, right? So they kind of cover that role. But if you're focused on the modeling process, and I think smart texture and stuff makes sense to me. Yeah, there's that, actually. Sure. So, we got a potion, which is pretty cool. Like, I think in an indie or AA, you'll probably do your own materials and stuff, but if you're in, like, AAA, you'd have material artists that make the textures for you, and you just pretty much drag and drop and then do some basic adjustments. I didn't make that, though. You did this one? I only show one of these jars because they're all effectively the same thing, just with different types of eyeballs. So we got a cool eyeball jar. Made up of 3 because Unity, for some reason, if you use any form of like transparency, they have to be a separate material or else it completely bunks out. And then because I'm doing like different types of transparency, I gotta make them at 3 materials where realistically there should just be 1. But oh well. I made it realistically about 2048 in total, so I think it kind of worked, but there's that. It's very simple. Actually, this is, I guess, just the inside thing. It got a bit more complex, I guess, when I got into the actual other things. For me eyes. What else have we got? I haven't done too much. Yada yada yada. I did this table. This was done yesterday. I was thinking about doing on stream, and then I couldn't be able to doing it on stream yesterday. I was doing this. But I think there's too much dirt. I'm not too big of a fan of the dirt, really. But I guess you don't really see the downside of it. But we got nice materials. There's a lot. I think most of the stuff I end up doing is a lot of stuff. But then again, I don't know. I think I don't know if you guys use this. I told Dory to tell you guys to do this, so I don't know if you guys are or not, but I made a universal texture that I use. Oh, really? I don't know. I don't know what I'm like basing off of, you know what I mean? Like, to me, I feel like a lot of people are doing so much work. But then again, I saw some groups and they did like nothing, and I'm like, oh, that's anticlimactic. You know what I mean? So, but like this one, we got like a bunch of different stuff. So I could go like this wood, which is really annoying because for some reason, I don't know why, but the way that I made it, for some reason the curvature goes in there. Then I got like a bunch of different metals. And you can just choose between those. So you just find whatever you like. And then I got like an AO build up, which just builds up, I guess, AO. I got a break up, which breaks up it. You can just see it gets darker in period. Yeah, true. I got speckles, which just dents it. Dust, just applies dust. Which, of course, all of these you want to adjust and stuff per model because it's not universal. Then I got like a smudge. You can see there, it's like smudges. So you can just see this is like a real low roughness, for example. Or a real high roughness, I guess. And it gives it a bit of breakup. And then with the sharpen, of course. That's, I don't know if Dory managed to get you guys onto that, but you're welcome. Helping other teams. And then we've got, what else do we have? Pretty much just this. And this was what I was working on today. And I was like, I was feeling really bad because I spent the whole day working with Jacob trying to fix his optimization. How can we get the trees to work better? And then, you know, teaching him how to do terrain stuff and whatnot. So I want to do actual terrain stuff because I got a heap of terrain stuff and I like terrain something that I know quite a bit about. Which this one's not that great, but I was kind of like, it works. So I got a bunch of like mold and dirt and stuff. I might turn off the dirt though. I call it the mold. Which was really annoying me because I couldn't get the top layer of mold to go onto the bottom layer, but oh well. That'll be pretty cool. Group has a kind of a weird system. Because you guys got 3 people. I know you got one person who's doing... I know Dory's doing textures and UI. And both you and Abe are doing like models and ZBrush stuff, right? Including textures and stuff. Or is like the sole texture artist? Oh, really? You have 2 animators who also do some models. Wait, how many artists do you have? Do you guys have 4 artists? That's crazy. You guys are like 7 people for a bit. We are 4 artists and 1 coder. We're so much smaller. Which is why each of us end up needing to do so much work. Especially because we're doing like pretty realistic stuff, like semi-real to real. James does some models too. I don't really use ZBrush to be honest. Yeah, I only use ZBrush for one thing, but I think for what we're doing, ZBrush ends up being too long. Like we were thinking about doing like our coder was like, oh, we should have like a character, and he like strolls around and stuff. I'm like, that's gonna be like 3 weeks for like a character. And then that's like pretty much like half the time we have. That's not worth it. And that's just for making the character. Because you gotta make the character, and then you gotta rig the character, retopo, texture, these things, and then animate it. And then you can create an AI system for it. That's such a waste of time. I feel like the artist count does make for less work, but it's harder for me to stack up hours. True. It is true. For us, we're like super, I guess, pretty much backed up though. I feel like most of the, yeah, exactly. Unless you're doing some like real minor stuff, but then I feel like a lot of the minor stuff you can just do in Substance. Or like I off-put a lot of stuff. Like we're slowly plotting away our stuff. Like we got a heap of stuff plotted out here, but we need to go back to our level 1. we just need to adjust and add a bit more, which I got Jacob on now. But we're getting through stuff like we need to do an outhouse, saltpeter, shed. We've done a shovel, done some plants with nightshade. Although actually the nightshade we never ended up making. That one we're outsourcing the nightshade. I downloaded a something online. It's all hard surface. Oh, that's gonna be real good though. But yeah, but then again, hard surface stuff I think is just like I've seen some real crazy hard surface stuff in ZBrush, but to me that you're insane for doing that. You know what I mean? I can't see how people do that, so I'm with you on that one. Unless you want to do like dents and stuff like that, then it's kind of fine. Like like I did a project a while ago where I did this, and like this sort of stuff I went in and like I don't know if I posted the ZBrush, but I didn't post the ZBrush file, but like I added all these texts and these sorts of things. There's all ZBrush and all these grunge and breakup and stuff, like these little dents and stuff. That was pretty. That I would never do that for like something unless I was getting paid to, because that seems like a waste of time for me. But I mean we're getting through our stuff, alright too. We're getting a decent number of stuff, and like this is like cutting out a lot of stuff. So to be honest, if we had like extra people, it would be pretty chill. We're gonna go through our level 3 stuff. To be honest, let me see. Yeah, we're missing quite a bit, but we're slowly getting through our stuff. It's just the code. Our coder has been effectively sick the last 2 weeks, which is how long we've been. Well, technically 3 weeks if you count the holidays, because we did some work in the holidays. And he's not been sick, but he's just been incredibly busy, and it's like 100% not at all anything he can control. But then at the same time, it's like, no, we're like super congested now, so we're getting through our stuff. But yeah, I definitely think some teams definitely seem to be having like a little bit of a more chill time. Like I see some of the teams got like concept art. Like some of the teams have concept art, and I saw like, for example, like Locke's team made like a poster and stuff. I'm just like, bro, how do you guys have the time to do this? We barely have the time to do all of our stuff. And like even when we do all of our stuff, we're like working like to the last minute. But I don't know, one of those things. Yeah. Anyway, I might end stream up here. It's just myself. And we got Roxanne. As of this semester, we got Roxanne. However, Roxanne's also been having some issues. So this week, she's been pretty absent. But also she's just working on UI at the moment. So we're kind of just like, do whatever you want, enjoy yourself, and just come back and update us occasionally. We don't really have concept artists. Yeah. I said that we should do that, and then I realized that we were just not going to have the time to do it, and so I figured that's not happening. But in an ideal world, that would happen. So pretty much balls to the wall, get everything done, and spend any extra time optimizing, do some basic LOD work if possible. I think soon we're going to be trying to add full stream culling, which will be cool, and that should provide some decent performance. The issue is there's quite a bit being done on the CPU, and then full stream culling is going to relieve quite a lot. But then also to do a full stream culling, because you're constantly loading and reloading assets, and deleting assets, it also uses quite a lot of CPU. So it's just like, is that going to be, where's the CPU usage going to be? Is it going to be lower or better? And that's the other thing. We got 48 hours we got to do. I'm going to do a blacksmithy. I'm going to be doing this is what I'm doing. I'm doing what are you doing for your environment? Did I ask? I think I did yesterday. What are you doing? I'm doing a blacksmithy, which I think is achievable. I'll do something, I think something like this. You know what I mean? It'll be like a little shack with like a furnace. You do like an air thing. You do, you know, like a whetstone. You do like a quenching thing, an anvil, which I've tried to do an anvil before and I wanted to die, so hopefully that goes better. And a couple other extra assets, and then it's just ramping up. You know what I mean? More assets, and then the other assessment I'm gonna be doing. I don't know. I had no clue what to decide from. I must have moved the file, I think. I really couldn't decide, and I figured I would rather just choose something now than spend like 3 weeks deciding on something and just get nowhere. So I just need to commit. Here you go. So I think I'm gonna do like a canon, so something like this maybe, because I ran into the issue of like, to me it's the whole, can I spend like, you know, 12, 13 weeks on it, but then also make sure that I'm finished within 12, 13 weeks, but then also have enough time to be expansive so it's not too short. So hard. So much pressure. Classical music type thing, like a jazz club. Oh, that'd be super cool. Like L.A. Noire. Yeah, L.A. Noire is super cool. I think making a piano would fit. Oh, yeah. I think I remember you posting your piano, which was pretty cool. Because you also had the violin, didn't you, as well? Oh my god, I was showing images and I just realized I'm on the wrong screen, so you didn't even get to see them. Lovely. That was the most genius move I've done. Here we go. You probably saw the cannon, because that was the point of I can't be fluffed anymore. Yeah, the cannon. I think the cannon's gonna be real, not too bad. A lot of it's pretty basic shapes as well. It's gonna be just making sure I know the extra things, and then yeah, violin extra. So what I'm doing is I'm probably gonna do something similar to this, and then I'll just ramp up. So I'll add like, you know, a pyramid of cannonballs, which apparently is called like, I don't know. Apparently it's got some really weird name that made no sense. It was like what is it? Like copper monkey or something, which makes no sense because it's not copper. This would be like cast iron probably, and it's not a monkey, it's a pyramid. Yeah, the rope would be hard, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, the cannon. And then the blacksmithy, which I was attempting to show, which has a lot more stuff. This was pretty much, I've got nothing to do, and I can't decide, and I've spent like probably 10 hours scrolling through ArtStation. I'm just gonna do something. Just checking, but it's like one major asset, or a few minor ones. Yeah. It's effectively do one major asset, and if it's not like enough, you know what I mean? Just do a couple extra. So what I'm doing is I spoke to Augie, and Augie was like, yeah, that's good enough. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll do that. But then if I think that takes not enough time, I'll go and do like cannonballs, and I'll do like maybe like a couple extra assets, like some like packing stuff. Or I could do like a little, like an extra barrel and like a little diorama type of deal, sort of thing like that. Which I think should be pretty cool. Or maybe I make like a little scene or something in Unreal Engine for rendering. However I want to. So yeah, it's sort of like that. Like a piano 100% would be fine, I think. Probably, I'd imagine. Piano's pretty good. I mean, if you want to be like 100%, you could probably do like, you know what I mean? Like when they open, I don't know pianos, but when they open up the piano a little bit and you can see like the behind, like, you know what I mean? Like the insides, that 100% would be fine. You underestimate how hard it is to do a cannonball. I joke. Yeah, it'd be easy. It's literally just a sphere. We just need to bake some balls with detail. Yeah, 100%. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could open up ZBrush and do some like detailing there, but that would be if I really am struggling to make up time. And then the other idea I have is like a blacksmithy, like what I was trying to show, something like this, like a furnace, ear thing, whetstone, quencher, and maybe like some extra stuff, some tables, stuff like that, anvil. I could maybe make some like tools and stuff like that if I need extra things, stuff like that. So it's just like a little diorama. I think a piano would be sufficient, but like you say, yeah, 100%. the way that I treat it all is like, how can you scale it up and how can you scale it down? If you're running out of time, is there specific things that you can take away? Like you could scrap the inside of the piano. But then if, let's say you get like 3 weeks in and you're already done, you know what I mean? Just do the inside. And then maybe you could do some extra stuff. You could do like the stool. You could do like maybe it's like on a stage, for example, and you make a stage and then you can make, you know, maybe like curtains for the stage and these sorts of things. Still have to do the modular kit. Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't. Maybe I'm underestimating, to be honest. I think some things are crazy to do. Like I've seen some people decide some crazy stuff. Like I saw what Jacob was doing with his radio. I don't know if you remember, and I'm like, good luck, champ. Good luck. That's too much for me. I'd be very interested to know what some of the other people are doing, because some people are doing some crazy stuff. Like modular kit wise, I was speaking to Dory and apparently she's doing like a gothic cathedral, and I'm like, respect, Dory, respect. You could not catch me having the balls to do that. I think I would rather just not. Unless I did like a single wall. You think Jacob has it? I think okay, here's the thing. I think Jacob has it. I've seen some of the stuff that he's done in the past, and I don't think it's completely out of his skill range. However, I know that's going to impact at least one of his other assessments, and I don't want him to shaft us like on Wednesday. Yeah, definitely. Like I definitely do a portion, and which is ironic because our other team member Lydia is doing a cathedral as well, a gothic cathedral. Although she's doing the interior, which is still crazy, but still, yeah, gothic is. So that one's gonna be interesting because gothic is like, and that's sculpted. That's like, you know, you got humans, you got all these crazy things. So at least I have a lot of references if I were to do that, but good luck. But yeah, I don't know. I hope we're not, as a team, shafted. Because on Wednesday, I was trying to get Jacob, because I had to work Wednesday. It was like very last minute work. And then I like come back and I'm like, so Jacob, how much have you guys done? And Jacob's like, oh, I was doing my other assignment. I'm like, oh, come on, man. We gotta get stuff done. If you put it off, it's just not gonna get done, and then we don't make any progress. So Jacob's the kind of guy that once he starts losing motivation on one thing and then he starts getting motivation on something else, you don't see him, and that's the only issue. So I'm like, you know, break it up into segments of what you want to be completed by when, and be willing to reduce your stuff. Because otherwise I think our team's going to get shafted. It's either that or he's going to be shafting his, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be very rough. So we'll have to see. Hard to balance everything 100%. So I'm working throughout the weekends. I'm working every single day for like 8-9 hours on stuff. I'm pretty much balls to the wall on this, and it's just like only these nights that I'm not, you know, grinding it. But on the same time, sometimes I'd be streaming myself work on assets and stuff. Technically I'm meant to. The way that I've organized everything, I'm meant to. But then we've been having really big discussions on Tuesdays, which halves the world design class. But at the same time, it means, I guess, less late night stuff I gotta do. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end stream here. Oh, F1 just started. I just realized F1 starts at 10:30. Perfect timing, I guess. Thank you guys all for watching. Thanks for being here, Jason, and chatting. It was great chatting and seeing how you're doing and discussing this stuff. Thanks, Amy, for popping by. And thank you, Dory, for popping by. Dory the Beast. Yeah. Awesome. Hey guys, I hope you guys all have a good one. Well, you're gonna see a notification adding like everybody spamming stuff when Nomad releases, but yeah. Thank you. Have a good one, and we'll catch you guys next week. Laters.